I should be due a growth spurt by now. Seems like I should have just stayed in bed today. Seems like I should have just stayed in bed today. Surely I should be due a growth spurt by now.
Итак, здрасте. Дратути, дратути. Есть кто-то живой тут? Так, шо, погнали? Сегодня я хотел доделать сюжет. Там вроде как надо просто поговорить, я надеюсь. А, я не мог его доделать из-за того, что у меня побочный квест где-то его требует какого-то персонажа занять на время. Это что такое? Это, скорее всего, просто какая-то вещь на память. А так у нас, в принципе, теплый ритм улиц надо будет квест начать. Это у нас с Нилу квест. Да? Да. И потом уже после сюжета там откроется ивент по-нормальному. А что я тут пометил? Сундуки какие-то. Зона говна. Угу. Ясно. Так, давай с ежедневками сначала. Я их разве не вижу на вкладке? Я думал, они будут... Я думал, они будут показываться вот здесь. Но они показываются, если отслеживать, окей. Это так у нас работает, значит. Так, ежедневки я быстро сделаю сейчас, тем более, что мне отряд мой мейновский врублен сейчас. Я думаю, тут за пару минут их выполнить удастся. Потом побежим на сюжет, наверное, да? Хотя надо смолу еще слить, так что пойдем по боссам. Как минимум пару боссов сделать, типа, чтобы смола там рисовалась дальше. Блин, нафига я ультанул? Ладно, нормально. Все равно умер. Так, а что здесь за ежедневка? Как давно не сделал ежедневки в Маштате, господи, я уже не помню, что тут вообще может быть. Кого? Почему мне два задания показываются сразу? Это нормально? А, тут в траве спрятано, ни хрена себе. Так, их убивать обязательно? Да, обязательно.
Surge.
А, они просто умирают от физического урона, окей. Это я уже беспокоился, то что они... Ладно, они не ваншот, если все надо добивать вручную. А, и энергии нету. Это я зря. Перед самым финишем обосрался, получается. Дальше мы туда идем. Может быть, сразу волка пойти убить, раз я... Хотя я к нему не залезу тут, наверное. А можно попробовать залезть. Или нафиг этого волка убивать? Лучше других боссов, наверное.
Illusion shattered. Right now. Right here. Right now.
Так, это мы просто башни ломаем. Здесь мобов убивать не обязательно. А, та сама слетела. Так, осталась последняя ежедневка уже. Что-то слишком быстро. Я не успел понять, что я их выполнил. Кстати, мне интересно, я хотел проверить еще давно. Как он называется? Короче, церковь в Манштате или собор Манштата, или что это вообще? Исчезли оттуда челик из Фатуи, потому что я его в Сумеру видел. Ну как видел, он у меня сам в диалоге сказал, что он переехал в Сумеру по делам. И по идее его, возможно, здесь должно не быть теперь. Нет, не оценил аккаунт. Что за страшные цифры? Да, он реально исчез отсюда. Тут был Виктор, которого теперь нет. Ладно, поговорим с Германом. Я не помню, что это за челик уже. С момента выхода Сумер, наверное, я не делал ежедневки в других регионах. Он, по-моему, просил это самое, да, принести манекен, или как он называется там. Чучело для практики. И насколько я помню, его можно сломать. И там в бою с хиличурлами можно его задеть, он сломается. Либо можно его сломать, либо не сломать. И там будет... Я не знаю, что будет. Либо разная концовка просто у ежедневки.
There is no escape.
Либо меня потом заставят переделывать.
Right now. What a nuisance.
Копать. Почему не подобрать кнопка? Так, не сюда, наверх. Так, можно сразу пойти сдать, наверное, я думаю. Надеюсь, у нее там экспедиции закончились. Хотя должны были. До хрена времени прошло, по идее.
Add astro. Thank you for complete. Add astro.
Нет, не закончились. 18 минут осталось. А, ежедневки я сдал? Да, сдал. Окей. Репутации, что ли, сделать сразу, может быть? Смолу хотел слить. Окей, го смолу сольем. С самого сложного босса начнем. Мне интересно по поводу босса, который скоромуча. Как он будет проходиться. Потому что в сюжете слишком легко было. Так, ребята, я надеюсь, кто-то из вас возьмет хила. Ладно, Беннет есть как минимум. Или нет, уже нету. Это было не то, что я думал. Никто не возьмет хила, да? А у меня тоже его нет особо. О, какой мне спасибо. Так, никто, главное, чтобы Зрайда не играл. Из нашей симвы я буду путать, но никого нету. Так что все нормально, просто долбим Райдом. Пол хп не успеем слить, да? Ну ладно, нормально, я думаю, в 2 захода убьем. А, на самом деле даже половину почти успели слить. Так что вообще прям шикарно. Сейчас главное, чтобы Пикон не умер. А то мы любим такое. Где она?
Final calamity.
Мужик, почему ты гуляешь на улице? Что это было? Он был за куполом, но в итоге он как будто бы оказался под куполом после удара, но при этом его все равно задамажило, но при этом как-то не жестко его задамажило. Как нихуя не понял. Что было только что? Я проказу, если что. Так, где цветочек? А он там? Можно попробовать еще бездну пройти, может быть. Я не помню, насколько она у меня пройдена. Если там последний этаж остался, то я могу его, в принципе, и не пройти. Так, дальше на сеньору. А потом, может быть, сюжет дойти, чтобы открыть босса нового. Так, это что? Это сеньора. На сеньору я в сингле иду.
You're trembling. Is it the cold or just cowardice?
Right now, emerge. Right here. Nothing lasts forever. Right now, emerge. Right here.
Brace into the frozen
This
void.
is gonna hurt.
Right now. Right here. Right now.
Еще одна бабочка нужна. Это не бабочка, это мотылек.
Right here. Right now.
Я что, не взял мотылька? А, я взял, мне тотема бьют какую-то хуйню вместо сеньоры.
There is no. Right here. Emerge. Right here.
А, мы можем ультануть сразу?
I'm always watching. Emerge. Right now. Torn to oblivion.
Так, хватит бегать, господи.
Emerge. Right now. Right here.
Can't catch me.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Бля,
Shine down.
она вернулась.
You can run, but you can't.
Ninjutsu.
Is that all? Emerge. Right here. Nothing lasts forever.
Да господи, почему я промахиваюсь всеми ультами? Ну как промахиваюсь, я не по таймингу попадаю ими.
Who dares? Call me a witch?
Ладно, ты пока там...
Yeah.
Повыделывайся.
Illusion shattered.
Я тебя
Not
добью.
every wound will heal.
Наверное. Нет, не добью. Хотя могу добить.
I never asked for
Так, это цветок, да? Да, это цветок. Просто боюсь случайно выйти из подземелья. Такое бывает иногда. Так, ладно. Что там по сюжету? Нужен нам, опять же, какое задание теплый ритм? Let's go. Поболтайте с людьми в театре. А мне надо... Кто там занят-то? Шейх Зубаир. Мне надо его освободить. Значит, будем ждать, когда с ним диалог пройдет в этом квесте. И по идее после этого он должен будет освободиться. Как на этот базар попасть? Когда-нибудь я это запомню. Но не сегодня. Наверное, где-то здесь.
I'm out of here.
Hey there. I saw you two helping Nilu move some stuff. Are you two also here for the celebration event?
You got it.
My name is Raykar. Nadia and I are this theater's prop engineers. I also help out with some other tasks like housekeeping. The little ones causing a ruckus
Почему у тебя такое
are
лицо
my
грустное?
children, Sorin and Abi. I hope they aren't bothering you. They always get really excited every time we hold celebration event. Yes, they are. Everyone here takes great care of them. There's good work here, the pay's always on time, and Nilu and the others will often volunteer to play with the kids. I'm quite content with this current way of life.
Do you mean your life wasn't nearly as good before?
It's all right. It's all water under the bridge now. My husband and I were both adventurers, but he passed away from an accident. Material struggles can always be overcome, but ever since then, I haven't been able to spend much of my energy on anything else.
Теперь понятно, почему такое лицо
But
грустное.
I still
Мать,
consider myself lucky.
повеселее чуть-чуть,
Mr.
пожалуйста.
Zubair has helped me a lot, and the atmosphere here is tolerant and kind.
Sorry for bringing up such sad memories.
Oh, it's all right. I don't mind. Once the event starts, you'll be able to see for yourself the kind of atmosphere I was talking about.
Так, а зачем нам, собственно, с ними болтать? Кто-нибудь знает? Чувак такой важный сидит, эта женщина. У нее свой стол отдельный.
What? Who are you? You can't just go on the stage as you please. Ah, I see. Sorry for my overreaction.
Ее зовут Иная.
I'm just, making a prop. No time for chit-chat.
Is that embroidery?
No. Well, yes, but not really. It's a prop. It's just, some fabric. And
Что с ней не
whoever uses the
так?
fabric,
Она как будто скрывает
I really
что-то.
do need to focus and start working on it.
Либо она очень-очень-очень сонная, уставшая, заебанная жизнью.
What an oddball. Is prop making
Занимаешься реквизитом, занимайся.
Maybe
Ну, зачем так нервничать?
Oh well, it's none of our business. Hey there!
A newcomer.
Новенькая.
Doesn't look too bright.
Мужик, ты охуел?
Hey! Talk about
the other hand,
Ну, он это про Пайман, тогда
how would you describe
все равно
the
охуел.
concept of art?
А есть вариант с этим человеком вообще не общаться, как бы он немножечко дурачок.
Mere curiosity is all. It makes
Я не хочу
no
отвечать.
difference whether you answer or not. So that's what you think unremarkable. Better than an average person's thoughts, but nothing exceptional.
Блять, что с ним не так?
Is art
Чё
a
доебался,
product that
мужик?
we create and bring forth, or is it a naturally existing resource? I, for one, believe it to be the latter.
Paimon doesn't...
I've been staying here for a long time. On occasion, I'd assist them in penning lines of dialogue, but most of my time I just stand back and watch. I prefer to abstain from writing as it spoils the viewing experience. The existence of the theater, of Nilu, and of humanity itself.
Несуществование Нилу — это искусство.
How does that have anything to do with us?
Let me ask you this. What do you think is the make? I suppose that question wasn't.
Какой душный чел, я хочу быстрее, чтобы он заткнулся и уйти куда-нибудь от него. Все, отъебись. Что с музыкой? Чё он так орёт? Так, вот наш шейх Зубаир, который нам нужен по квесту. Поэтому, пожалуйста, не могли бы вы, ну, завязывать с тем, что вы тут делаете, и на другой квест перейти. Я как бы хочу. Можно начинать с праздника, но не говори только, что надо будет его еще и праздновать перед тем, как какой-то чел освободится.
Give you a hand.
Thank you.
Maybe we really should have.
Ой, я уже забыл про эти венки.
Then we could also be a part of the exchange. As it is, all we can do is wait and watch.
Maybe we shouldn't do this after all. I didn't do that great of a job, and who would even like it?
Oh, don't think like that. Remember our promise? We're going to give everyone a pleasant surprise. And besides, you've never attended a celebration event before, so this will be a great opportunity.
I'm still not really sure about this.
There's nothing to be worried about. Just take a step
Теперь
forward
понятно,
and give
почему
yourself a
она
chance.
нервничала, походу. Она делала искание какой-то подарок. А мы прошлый раз спрашивали, что это должен был быть сюрприз.
There aren't any scary people here, right?
Right.
Huh. All right. Maybe this will help. Everyone, over here! Inaya has something great to tell you all.
Wait. I've already said that I'm not ready yet.
Take it easy and relax. Deep breath in and out. Once you've taken a long exhale, calmly tell everyone what you want to say. If you don't say anything, then all the hard work we put into embroidery practice would have gone to waste.
Using it as a gift, though? It really isn't that good.
So when Inaya was talking about making a prop, she was actually preparing a present. Yeah, it feels like she still doesn't really see herself as part of this community. But it looks like Nilu's trying to ease her through.
Actually, Inaya had prepared a special present for everyone before the celebration kicked off. Woohoo! We're gonna get our first present from Miss Inaya!
Pipe down! The louder you all are, the more nervous she'll become.
Ля, они так поникли сразу в эту же секунду.
Don't be afraid.
You've got this.
А уже мне интересно, что она там наделала. Что за подарок?
Is Mr. Zubair here?
Да ладно. И нас сейчас прервут, и он так и не покажет, что это.
Sheikh Zubair, this is an urgent notice from the academia. This celebration, or whatever it is, must stop at
Слышь ты,
once.
шериф, блядь. Съебись нахуй отсюда.
What a condescending guy. What's his...
Since Zubair Theater has long violated the academia's policies and orders,
Неоднократно
we have
нарушал
decided
поставленные
to
Академией
demolish it.
постановление. Мы решили снести это здание. По-моему...
As its manager, you must
Я, может быть,
halt
путаю, но,
all
по-моему, вы уже второй
operations
раз,
and
как
dismiss
минимум,
all
пытаетесь всего
staff members
снести.
within 30 days, after which you will report to the academia for further punishment.
Why? Why force us to do this all of a sudden?
Little girl, this is not the first time you've been issued a warning.
I didn't hear anything about demolition the last time I asked, and now I suddenly only have 30 days? We have more shows planned, but it's impossible to do anything in just 30 days. How am I
That issue is of no concern to me, Mr. Zubair. You seem to understand the situation quite clearly. Perhaps you can reflect on the reasons why you have failed to prepare for the scenario in advance.
Demolition? Why do they want to demolish this place?
The academia has never liked us, and they've never respected our work. To them, what we do is all a waste of time. This isn't the first time they've come by. They had asked us several times in the past to improve the quality of our performances. But our audience isn't the academia. It's the people of the Grand Bazaar. If our shows are too difficult to understand or too removed from everyday life, nobody would watch them anymore. Changing our content would not only mean turning our backs on our vision, it would also directly lead to the loss of our livelihoods. Yeah, the theater is very important to each and every one of...
The way they're doing things is so scummy.
But I also don't know how we can stop them.
I do not wish to explain everything again from the beginning. Time is of the essence, so
But none of us plan to accept this. Such an abrupt notice is contrary to established policy.
ask whoever you will. The answer will remain the same. We have already given you sufficient notice.
Enough.
Вау, женщина.
Does your audacity
Сейчас
know
всех на
no
место
limit,
поставят.
father?
Ой, это отец ее. Чего? Хрена вы тут устроили?
What academia? This is all because you don't like Zubair Theater. You're just using the academia's name to threaten us. Let me tell you, even if you manage to tear down this place, nothing is going to change. You've always been awful. But even I never thought my father would sing.
This is strictly business. It has nothing to do with where
Ой,
you are,
ничего
what you
личного.
do,
Моя любимая фраза, которая якобы оправдывает все твои поступки.
or what you think. I hope you all have not been irrevocably blinded by folly. I will not waste more time on pointless arguments. Wrap everything up, and make preparations to shut down at once.
Ah. Why is he always like that?
This is quite the misfortune, but there's nothing we can do. That's it for today, everyone. Let's clean up. I'll go talk to them again tomorrow. The storms that come out of the blue are always the hardest to deal with.
Обсудите ситуацию с Нилу, а квест еще закрыт. Да. Вау. На территории проходит задание. Подозрение по поводу контрабанды. Что? Тут еще и несколько заданий сразу мне мешают. Пожалуйста, выполните сначала его. Нил занята Короче, мне надо 2 квеста выполнить сразу. Ёп твою, блядь.
Sorry. I invited you thinking this was going to be a happy occasion. I didn't know that things would turn out like this.
There's no need to apologize, Nilu. No one could have seen this coming. Paimon just wishes she could have at least gotten to the food. Is what that guy said true? The Academia has already given you many warnings?
Кстати, как-то в сюжетке в Сумеру они начали косячить в том плане, что сюжетка заканчивается. Точнее, это уже второй раз, когда мы не можем сюжетку в Сумере закончить или начать, потому что другие персонажи заняты. В прошлых регионах такой проблемы особо не было, как я помню. Причем ладно бы, если бы я сам понабрал эти задания, начал бы их там наполовину как-то. И тем самым все застопорил сюжет основной, но нет. Это изначально разрабами как-то не продумано, чтобы это более-менее стыковалось, или я не знаю что. Но может быть, не надо было просто квест заранее разблокировать в заданиях легенд, но это тупо.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. They've always seen us as being meaningless. Knowledge is king in Sumeru, and their pursuit of it leaves no room for the arts. But if that's all it is, there's also no reason to go so far as to demolish the theater.
Пожалуй, это и впрямь как-то связано с Инаей.
After Inaya ran away from home, I brought her here to Zubair Theater. She rarely talks about her family. All I know is that she didn't get along with them.
Сейчас еще и батя решил театр закрыть, просто потому что дочь свалила и там тусуется. И надеется, что она таким образом вернется домой, так как театра больше не будет, и ей нигде будет тусоваться. Если так, то это пиздец.
If you did nothing wrong, then there's no reason to listen to the Academia, right?
Можно попросить Нахиду помочь.
You mean Lesser Lord Kusanali?
А этот квест не был доступен до прохождения сюжетки же, да?
Probably help if she knew what was going on.
Вряд ли они могут задействовать здесь, она же еще типа в заперти, может быть. Если бы я начал это раньше сюжетки. Или этот квест не проходится до того, как ты сюжетку сделаешь. Тогда это будет еще более странная какая-то несостыковка с занятостью персонажей.
No. I wasn't doubting her ability. I just feel like we shouldn't bother her with such a trivial problem. Plus, if the Dendra Archon were to intervene, then it wouldn't feel like our victory was earned.
That's true. Who cares? Let's just take him in a fight. That's true.
I'll try to think of something. We can't just let everyone suffer in a perpetual state of fear and what to do.
Can you pretend to shut down, but secretly continue to hold your shows somewhere else? Or we could go through a list of
Я подумал о
customers
том
and try
варианте,
to
что
keep
если
anyone
их закроют,
in
они
mind
могут
willing
просто
to
пойти в
help
другое
out.
место выступать, но это
That
такое себе
also
идея.
doesn't sound like it'll work.
Один ученый как-то рассказывал мне о дебатах.
A debate? Huh. Well, scholars do love to use them to solve their problems, but how would that work in this?
Oh, if we can prove to Inaya's father that the Academia's position doesn't hold water, then they won't have a reason to demolish the theater.
I see. Defeating him in a debate. It's a good idea, but which one of us could hope to win against a researcher?
Сам же этот еще... А, я?
Me?
Окей.
No. I'm the literal worst at arguments.
Я спорю хуже всех.
I can't debate.
Nilu, you are only so stressed out right now because you care so much about protecting the theater.
This theater holds a special meaning in all of our hearts. It's irreplaceable. But I just don't know. Can I really take on such a huge responsibility?
Paimon will help too. You'll feel a lot more confident after doing some prep work. Believe in yourself.
Thanks, you two. All right, I've decided. Even though I may fail, I'll do my very best for everyone's sake.
That's our Nilu. We're rooting for you.
Okay, let's head back and tell everyone what we came up with.
Изменилось что-нибудь? Нет. Я буду каждый этап квеста чекать. Созовите людей. Каких людей? Просто поговорить окей со всеми. Или просто с любым человеком рандомным, они сами собрались.
If you really want to try, I won't stop you. It's not like our situation can get any worse.
I don't think it's entirely hopeless. To Sharif, Nilu's approach will come off as naive, but that kind of frankness is exactly what they lack the most. Things might turn out differently from what you expect.
I am in favor of such a romantic feat. No playwright will turn down a compelling underdog story.
Sure, in fiction, but I'm not sure how well that will translate to reality. I'm not saying that I don't support you, Nilu. If you need my help, just say the word. Anything is better than just standing aside and watching the theater get demolished.
I'm also pitching in. Let's show the academia that we have some fight in us. Thank you, everyone. I feel a lot less nervous with your support.
Not to rain on your parade, but my father is a real hard guy to deal with. He's erudite, meticulous, demanding, and exceedingly familiar with
Мне
rigorous
кажется, он
logic.
просто долбоёб.
It'll be extremely difficult to beat him in a debate. You all already knew that. But you just didn't want to hurt Nilu's feelings. But when all's said and done, aren't you hurting her just the same?
That's enough, Inaya.
Sorry, I've ruined the mood. I just can't force myself to expect a positive outcome. Nilu shouldn't have to push herself for the sake of an impossible goal.
Yeah, it's way too early to give
Хватит
up.
каркать.
You're right, Inaya. We're up against the academia. Everyone knows that they're very powerful. Being skeptical might actually be the more normal response. But I still want to try. I'm reluctant to just let Zubair Theater go. And it's not just me. I think everyone else here feels the same way. If we're unhappy, we should speak up and let our voices be heard. Say what's on your mind, and do what you think should be done. If we fail after that, then at least we won't have any regret. I mean, after all, the only thing we can control right now is our choice at this very...
I understand what you're trying to say. I also have my own intense feelings of anger and regret.
Then, could I trouble you to tell your father about our plan for a debate? You can still get in touch with your family, right?
Yes, I can.
Then, please help us pass on my request. I've never participated in a debate, and truth be told, but since we've decided on a debate, I'll do my best to prepare for it. I'll gather everyone's thoughts and let them be known to all during the debate. I, by myself, definitely don't have enough wisdom to beat your father. But what about the entire theater combined?
Right.
That's right, Miss Nilu.
Beat the bad guy. Justice will prevail.
Make him eat dirt.
You too. We aren't getting into a fight, but thank you for your encouraging words. I'll do my best.
Well said back there, Nilu.
I felt
Берите
that I
мнение
might have said a
работяг
bit too
театра.
much. Mr. Zubair, we're trying to put together a list of arguments that might be useful. Any ideas?
It won't be difficult to explain our position. They're in the wrong, and they know it. I have meticulously managed this theater's affairs for years, and I have abided by every procedure and obtained every permit. I did all of that to protect ourselves if something like this were to occur. I didn't expect them to disregard the rules altogether. Yes, I know. But anyone who's staying at the theater is one of us. If I can't even protect the members of the theater from outside pressure, then I have failed in my duty as a manager. In summary, you need sufficient confidence and strict adherence to the rules. At least for now, they don't have the authority to demolish the theater. As long as you double down on that point and force them to concede it, you'll gain an advantage.
Alright, got it.
I've seen many situations like this before. The academia sure likes to get its nose into everyone's business. While you prepare for the debate, I will also prepare the theater. Once you're done chatting, do me a favor and tell our customers that we're canceling all of our shows.
Do we really have to?
Right now, no one's in the right frame of mind to perform. I have to consider both our staff and our customer. Nilu, you are incredible. With your talent and youth, you had the least to lose out of all of us. And yet you were still the first to take us.
I've never thought about leaving your theater, Mr. Zubair. I truly love this place, and I also want to keep dancing with everyone else.
You're becoming more and more like her. Do your best.
Кого
We'll do
ее?
all that we can, and leave the rest to fate.
Her?
My teacher.
Моя наставница. Она прекрасная танцовщица, но сейчас больше не выступает.
If we have time later, I'd be happy to tell you more
Как будет
about
время,
her.
расскажу тебе о ней. Интересно, увидим ли мы когда-нибудь, кто это?
When the day comes, I'll get my friends and the theater's customers to come and support Neil. If anything goes wrong, I'll have them scream and shout and drown out whatever Sharif says. I can't do that? Fine.
Мужик, ты слишком хитрожоп.
I didn't expect you all to challenge the academia. That reminded me of my younger years. Back then, I feared nothing and no one, and I was always charging into the most dangerous of places. I can't do things like that anymore, but those were some of the best times of my life.
Sorry. If the theater really ends up getting demolished, then you...
It's all right. There's no need to think such heavy thoughts. Even if the building gets demolished, its people have faith in the resilience of an adventurer. We can always figure something out.
But won't you have regrets if things just come to an abrupt end? It'd be like when you were forced to stop adventuring.
Ah, so that's what you were worrying about. Relax. I've had a lot of experience with regret. Things are painful at first, but as they say, time heals all wounds. Look at us now. Serene and Abi are happy. And Serene has also just passed his theater exam. He can start acting soon. He was thrilled because he can soon perform on the same stage as you. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for our past struggles. And would Serene have become a happier person?
Are you trying to make us feel better?
Yes, but I truly do mean what I say. Being here at the theater has the most important thing about an experience is I can choose to believe that my life ended with my husband's death. Or I can choose to believe that it was a blessing in disguise. Similarly, even if this theater disappears, good and bad are all human-made concepts. It all depends on how we choose to see things.
You have a...
Nilu, I know how important Zubair Theater is to you, but you don't have to be so nervous. We're all here with you.
Thank you, Miss Raykar.
No need to thank me. If anything, you inspired me with your bravery.
You're too... Alright, I gotta cheer up. I can't waste everyone's... I feel a lot better.
Good. My children and I will be cheering you up.
Так, и кто у нас третий? Третий человек, с которым надо поговорить. Это ты у нас, наверное, нет.
I've gained a whole new level of respect for Inaya was right. It's true that I couldn't bear to bring down Nilu. It wasn't out of pity or anything, though. I just felt like I didn't have the right to say anything. After all, Nilu was the one who bravely stepped up and proposed to fight back. I'd be a terrible person if I spoke badly of Nilu without doing anything to help. She knows better than any of us how difficult this.
А кто тогда? Ты? Ты вообще кто?
Paimon doesn't really want to talk to him.
А, это чел, я нереально не хочу с ним разговаривать. Чел, ты сформулировал обо мне предвзятое мнение до того, как я с тобой заговорил вообще. Ты чё, дурачок?
Oh, Paimon will listen to that.
Although I know not if you have a new answer to my previous question. Now seems like an appropriate time. What do you think is the meaning of art?
This again.
We probably do need to tackle this question if we want to prove the value of the arts. I don't know how to explain it, but all I know is that when my performance makes the audience happy, I also become very happy. Does that count as a meaning?
You answered him so seriously. Careful, Nilu. This guy's ramblings never make any sense.
No. Nilu's answer far surpasses your. The meaning of art comes not from its creators. In other words, only art that can be appreciated by others will impart its essence, and this is something that the academia can never. I once pursued the mastery of art, much like how a researcher would chase.
Может, реально вот этого чела отправить на дебаты. Мне кажется, он заебет всех этих челов в академии, как бы, и будет пиздец без остановки все свои мысли гнуть, пока они тупо не сдадутся.
However, the more of a connoisseur I became, the less I felt I understood. I began to question what I found that I could comprehend even the most complex and sophisticated. I remained even perplexed about this conundrum until I visited this theater and watched.
It was that life-changing?
Everyone here had a joyous part in the overall experience. The actors upon the stage. In all honesty, from a purely critical point of view, the performances here are exceedingly.
Hey, don't say something like that.
But what bewildered me was how, despite the performance's middling quality, they captivated their whole audience. They captivated even me. I realized then that I had walked the wrong road. I left the so-called frontiers of artistic research and came to this theater. For this is where I can finally find what I see. Art will no longer be a castle in the sky. Whether it be inspiring or entertaining, art must be appreciated by others to confer value. If art cannot accomplish that, then it is meaningless.
When you put it that way, Mr. Zubair and I refused to follow the Academia's orders to change our shows for a similar reason. To put it simply, we were afraid that our shows would lose their meaning if people
I once stood in the spotlight, but I relinquished fame and acclaim for the freedom I enjoy today. I care not for where my feet may take me next. But Nilu, you need to remember one thing. You already stand upon the finest stage there is, and you cannot give it up. Not even.
I understand.
Dust the cobwebs away from the eyes of those scholars.
He really seemed to care a lot about the theater.
Once you get to know him, you'll realize that he's actually a big softie at heart. He'll even help out with furniture repair and painting the stage.
Wow. Paimon didn't think he had that in him at all.
Кстати, я вспомнил, что мы же в задании легенд, по идее, должны будем еще подраться за Нилу, то есть будут какие-то разборки с дракой, а не просто вот эти вот все разговоры с Академией. Вам уже все рассказали?
He's been worried sick for a while now. He wouldn't stop talking the whole way back.
Hey, you two.
What exactly happened? Did someone come down from the academia?
Yes. He told us that we have to shut down the theater within 30 days. And then...
What the heck? That came with no warning.
They're messing with us again.
Don't tell me you'll have to listen to him.
Come on. You know the answer to that.
Yeah, it is a direct order from the academia.
There's no need to worry, though. I'm preparing for a public debate with the academia. If I win, we might be able to overturn things and change their minds.
Really? That's terrific. You have my full support. No doubt.
Mine too! So what was their excuse anyway? They still not a fan of the theater's programs?
Yeah, something like that.
Good thing they have the power to make rash decisions about things they don't even understand, huh?
Yeah, they need to touch more grass, not books. Exactly. They want to look down on us?
Don't worry. Everyone here has your back. The academia's recklessness won't get them any praise.
Right. They might think that some forms of knowledge are more valuable than others, but everyone can equally appreciate art. If they don't believe that, send them my way. I got them beat on this subject.
Maybe you can prepare some questions on the details of dance performance to make things harder for them at the debate.
Sounds like a good idea. Maybe that's...
Ignore him. He's joking. Just do things your way. No matter what, we will always support you.
Thank you all so much. Your understanding and support make me feel a lot...
There are always more solutions than problems. If you need help during the debate, just shout in the entire Grand Bazaar room.
Gotta show them who has the people's support.
I feel like the pieces are starting
Вау,
to
сколько
fall into
диалогов.
place. Let's head back to
Верните
the
в
theater and
театр.
organize our thoughts.
Sounds good.
Abi, have you seen Miss Inaya?
No, Miss Nilu. Miss Inaya isn't back yet.
Ее дома заперли.
Wasn't she just passing on a message? Does she really need this much time?
Oh no. Traveler, Paimon, I think I've messed up big time. What if Inaya never planned to come back?
А, что?
What?
It's just a gut feeling, but knowing her, she probably feels like she's completely responsible for
А,
what
ты это
happened.
имеешь в виду?
She probably thinks that all of this happened because she was staying here.
Oh, right. As soon as her father showed up, she said that her father was targeting her. So
She has a long-standing conflict with her father. That's why she ran away from home. She doesn't think that we can win the debate, and she doesn't want to implicate us, so she thought leaving was the best thing to do.
Да, только она уйдет отсюда, театр все равно снесут.
And then she just quietly left afterward.
Exactly. She's being too pessimistic.
Ну, это херня.
How will you know if you don't try?
Уходить бессмысленно. Все равно ее отец не вернется в академию и не скажет, типа, ай, знаете, моя дочь ушла, давайте не будем сносить театр. Это очень странно было бы. Они в любом случае теперь его снесут. Уходи ты из театра, не уходи. Это тупой поступок какой-то.
Anyway, first things first. We have to get her back.
But where should we start?
Можно мне, знаешь, за подарок она готовила из ткани? Там может быть костюм для Нилу какой-то, хотя слишком рано скин на нее выпускать.
I think I might know. Let's start by looking outside the city. Before I brought her to Zubair Theater, she was staying at a remote campsite. She got a fever from drinking unclean water, so I carried her back. If she has nowhere else to go after leaving the theater, she might go...
Then let's go take a look.
Yes, let's hurry.
А вот мы идем за город, и, скорее всего, по пути кто-то до нас доебется, и мы подеремся. Нам же должны дать за Нилу подраться разочек. В этом суть всех заданий легенд, по сути.
I wonder what the rest of the Harbingers are up to. Plotting and scheming on an ever grander scale, no doubt.
О, кристальный бабочек соберем. Ее тут нет. Может, раньше вернулся и взяли в засаду. Ее похитили. Вау. Ты дерешься с тиграми. Мы за дело будем драться против тигров, реально. Нет, ну это не смешно. Ой, по 7К бьет. А можно посмотреть, во что ты одета? Ну, оружие у тебя, конечно же, ключ. Артефакты у тебя, вау, у тебя церемония древней знати. Типа это Нила от ульты. Но без ешки все равно бьет по 100 хп. Да, хотя, в принципе, такой же дамаг, как у меня, просто она в крытой немножко вкачана. Которые, собственно, 7К и выдают. Можно посмотреть характеристики. Ну, курит урон 90%, да, в 2 раза больше. Короче, да, она просто в крытой вкачана.
Thank you. There weren't so many big animals in this area before. Sorry. I'm causing trouble for you again.
Why did you leave by yourself? You really don't think we have a chance at winning the debate?
No. I just thought it would take too much effort. Everything happened because of me. If I'm gone, then the
Во-первых, ни хрена не наладится. Во-вторых... Чё, во-вторых, не знаю.
It's all right if it's me. As long... You guys are the kindest people I've ever met. You shouldn't suffer so much because of me.
Listen to me, Inaya. Even if you were the reason that all of this happened, no one would blame you. Mr. Zubair said that you're one of us, so that means we will protect you. No matter what happens, we'll stand as one.
Nilu, there will always be a victim. Whether it's me, you can't win a debate against the academia. Especially my father. He's always wanted me to become an exceptional researcher, and I tried my best to meet his expectations and did everything I could. But he still wasn't satisfied. Or rather, he had just... I'm no genius. But whenever he berated me, It was always as if he was asking me,
Почему
why
ты не
aren't you a
гений?
genius? Yeah, like I'd know.
So that's
Да
why
и
you
похуй.
ran away from home?
Мужик ёбнутый у тебя просто.
At first, I thought the father would slowly come to terms with reality. For one exam, I earned the 3rd highest score. I thought that all my hard work had... I even used the embroidery skills I learned at school to make a commemorative gift for him. I thought, even this daughter can make her father happy sometimes.
I see. When we were embroidering your gift before, I didn't feel like you were new at it.
Yeah. Sorry for not bringing it up. I was tired of him yelling at me every day. All I wanted was to see him smile at me. But he was more angry than ever before once I'd given him my embroidery and told him my score. You think you should be proud of 3rd place? Reflect on why you weren't first.
Я так и думал, что вот это будет.
I forgot how long I'd cried for. I only remember my parents arguing. My mother also thought he went up. They argued for such a long time. My father eventually stormed out and slammed the door behind him. I've completely given up. We're destined to never...
How horrible!
I don't think you can beat him in a debate. Because he can never understand the relationship performers have with their audience. He just wants everything to happen according to his wishes. As if what we cherish, our little place in this world, means nothing to him.
It sounds like your past has had a huge impact on you.
I understand now, Inaya. But when we were preparing for the debate, I heard something quite wise. Maybe...
Вай. Снова эта механика и...
The most important thing about an experience is how you choose to interpret it.
Art must first be appreciated by others to confer value.
Mr. Zubair has been meticulously managing the theater. Everything checks out. Everyone is free to appreciate art. No form of art is inherently superior.
Так, и что я должен ей сказать?
Miss Raykar has gone through a lot in her life, but she told us that she's very happy to live at the theater now. Although she ran into misfortune, it led her down a new path in life. She sees that as a blessing. She told me that the most important thing about an experience is how you choose to interpret it. I can sympathize with your unhappiness at home, but after you ran away, you ended up at the theater and became one of us. Those unhappy experiences allowed you to really cherish your bonds with everyone, and also gave you the opportunity to become friends with us. Don't let your past suffering keep you from the new life that you've worked so hard to find.
Oh.
Let the past stay in the past.
When I ran away from home, but you're right. Oh,
maybe you'll disappoint him, but that doesn't matter. You have a new future waiting. Don't let go of the answer you've worked so hard to find.
That's right. If we put our heads together,
You're right. I'm not trying to meet his expectations. So why should I can't afford to lose anything more. The debate will not only protect Zubair Theater, but also allow me to settle things with Father.
That's the spirit!
Let's go. I know him very well, even if he looks down on us.
Alright, let's go.
Я думал, то уже ему сказала. Я думал, она сказала ему про дебаты и потом просто ушла.
Yep.
А она даже рассказывать не собиралась. Так, телепортируемся обратно. Я на самом деле недоволен тем, что меня вынуждают проходить вот этот квест, потому что я не хочу его проходить сегодня, я как-то не настроен на это. Соответственно, поэтому мне скучно им заниматься сейчас.
No time to lose.
Well, I'm off to meet with him. Please wait here for me.
Okay. Looking forward to your good news. That should be everything. The only thing left to do now is to wait until the debate. I'm not sure why, but I'm getting nervous again.
You were great, Nilu! Your words won over Inaya! Talk like that during the debate, and you'll get an easy win!
А мы будем за Нилу говорить на дебатах, таких же кружочках.
But I still feel like it'll be an uphill battle. I need to be calmer, cooler, and more collected. Yeah. I'm acting as everyone's representative, so I'll need to act brave. Huh? What's left?
Театр существует только ради искусства и выступлений.
What a strange question. Isn't a theater just a theater?
Нет, оно существует ради людей.
You're not asking what the theater does, but what it is.
Мы все как одна большая семья. Вот эта вот тема, да?
Let me think. How can I put this?
The most important thing about an experience is how you choose to interpret.
А что это? Где тут трактовать кнопка?
Art must first be appreciated by others to confer value.
Mr. Zubair has been meticulously managing the theater. Everything checks out. Everyone is free to appreciate art. No form of art. Inaya really wants to win. She doesn't want to lose anything else because of her painful past.
Опять же, хуй знает что. Я думаю, вот это, потому что она появилась из ниоткуда.
Got it. When we were trying to find a way to save the theater, we heard many stories not of the theater, but of the people whose lives have been touched by it. Zubair Theater is our reason for coming together. It connects us all in unique ways. In other words, it's like a bond.
A bond?
The theater provides money for Miss Raykar and her children, inspiration for Mr. Kasani, and enjoyment for the people of the Great Bazaar. It also gives Inaya shelter from her family. It has brought us together after taking care of every single one of us. And its story won't end here. In the future, many more people will come to the theater and receive its blessing. And we'll all be there for them. Our warm, welcoming community will show them the same kindness we were shown in the past. Aside from the delivery of performances, isn't this another reason for Zubair Theater's continued existence?
Yeah, that makes sense. We definitely felt that warmth during the preparations for the event. But Paimon doesn't see how this will help in the debate. Oh, gotcha! No matter how strong an opponent is, they'll have to go on the defensive if pressed on a weak point.
I feel like that's another prong in our attack. Thank you so much.
Paimon also feels a lot more relieved. Let's show
Хрена себе вы решили взять его.
Sorry for the wait.
Как бы логику победить эмоциями, типа. Чувствами. Или и вот этим вот всем абстрактными явлениями, которые не поддаются объяснению.
Things went a lot more smoothly than
Умно.
I expected. It didn't take long for him to accept the debate.
Начало
And
через
it's
2
set for
дня.
2 days from now. Why are you all smiling so much? Did something good happen?
We realized that your dad might not be as scary as we had thought.
We just finished our prep. Rest easy. We have to win. No, we will win, Inaya.
Fingers crossed.
В прошлый раз ты тоже так сказала, а потом съебалась. 15 часов через 2 дня. Раз, два. 15 часов.
In the blink of an eye, it's already debate time.
Глазом не успел моргнуть.
Nilu. Hopefully they were helpful.
Потому что мы скипали время. А, куда нам идти? Куда-то вниз. Куда-то за дерево. А, где там типа... На базаре дебаты, что ли? Серьезно? Я думал, там в каком-нибудь кабинете... Кабинет подрисов, короче. Либо там, в крайнем случае, дома. Не дома, а точнее, на территории Бати.
Hello and welcome, everyone. I am Safwan, a scholar from the academia, and I will serve as this debate's adjudicator. I swear to judge both parties with the utmost wisdom and impartiality. I will neither interfere with the proceedings nor demonstrate bias.
Ну, давай начнем с того, что ты из академии. И тебе как бы тоже дан приказ эту сцену разобрать нахуй, поэтому ты уже заинтересованное лицо. Очень странно. Чел, ты даже в одежде такой же, как... О чем тут говорить?
Since you so desperately demand an explanation, I will expound on the Academia's stance. You may have misunderstood us from the outset and believe that the Academia is prejudiced against you. However, the truth is that the Academia wishes for every resident of Sumeru to be afforded opportunities to grow and therefore, the works they consume should also possess enlightening qualities and intellectual value. We have failed to identify these qualities in the shows performed at Zubair Theater. In other words, instead of struggling against the Academia in pointless confrontations, if you had spent your time reflecting on improving the quality of your shows and enlightening your audience, Zubair Theater would not be today facing such a tragic fate.
Aggressive from the get-go. He's really putting on the pressure. Can Nilu stand her ground?
Calm down, Nilu. First, carefully
Давай,
analyze what he said.
я хочу эту мини-группу
He
играть
said that we were shut
про
down
мысли
not
в
because the
облачках.
academia looks down on the arts, but rather because our shows aren't up to their standards. However,
Yeah.
The most important thing about an experience.
Нет.
Art must first be appreciated by others to confer value.
Может быть.
Mr. Zubair has been meticulously managing the theater.
Нет.
Everyone is free to appreciate art. No form of art is inherently superior.
Наверное, да.
Inaya really wants to win.
Нет.
Inaya really wants to win. The theater carries everyone's feelings and serves as the bond that connects us.
Я не знаю, у меня 3 варианта.
In
Я
your
угадал.
eyes, our shows can't meet the academia's expectations. Shouldn't it be the audience who decides if a show is intellectual or enlightening? Why is someone from the academia judging that? Also, I believe that there is no such thing as a wiser or more enlightening performance. Art doesn't discriminate, and it appeals to all. Everyone has the right to appreciate art.
Appreciation is but a primitive form
Красава, давай
of
топи его.
satisfaction. Guidance and enlightenment are necessary if we are to induce growth in the performers as well as the audience. This stance holds performers to a higher standard and encourages the development. If all performances are simple-minded, require little effort to comprehend, and lack any impetus for the betterment of society, nurturing the populace's understanding requires a long and arduous process. And guiding this process...
He changed the topic without batting an eye. If I remember correctly, what I
Так, я проебал все, что он там говорил. Давай просто вот это, нет.
can't do that.
Тогда что у нас еще работало? Вот это?
Someone at our theater has tried that before. He was a famed artist, but he recognized that very few people could connect with his works. I agree that art should be enlightening, but we can't pursue that goal by creating complicated works. If a work can't tap into an audience's personal experiences or feelings, then its contents may as well be a castle in the sky. What's the point of performing a show that its audience can't even follow? That would only be forcing people to watch something they don't like.
You can only reach that conclusion from a place of ignorance.
In that case, before passing judgment, you should first become a better
Во,
dancer
кстати,
than me.
реально. По факту тупо.
Looks like he's backed himself into a corner.
As the party holding the burden of proof, Sharif has failed to provide sufficient support for his judgment of the quality of Zubair Theater's programs. Likewise, the definition that Nilu put forth is but her personal opinion. Neither party is the victor for this particular point of contention. Additionally, I must request that both parties exercise greater control on their emotions.
Keep it up, Nilu! You're doing great!
In that case, I shall speak of more concrete matters. The essence of this issue is that you have violated the law. So this course of action is also completely procedurally sound. We have already contacted Zubair Theater multiple times regarding the
А какой закон-то они
However,
нарушают?
you have consciously ignored our warnings. Or perhaps your compliance was purely superficial. Regardless, that failure has
That is indeed so, according to the laws decreed by the Academia.
He started talking about procedural stuff, so I need to focus on... I need to rethink things.
А что еще я могу сказать? Повторяться этими фразами? Это точно нет. Вот это
Mr.
подойдет.
Zubair has already provided signed copies of all documentation related to our operations. Everything is perfectly filled out and valid. Although the theater's performances don't align with the Academia's requests, the law doesn't say that Zubair Theater can be demolished only because of that reason. Demolition notices need to be provided in writing and made available to the public. Otherwise, the theater can continue to operate as long as its license is valid. Failing to follow these rules makes your stance procedurally unsound.
Yeah, that's right!
There are different ways to apply the rules. There is precedent for this. So long as this matter is discussed within the Academia, this course of action will come to pass.
Looking at the past 27 cases of similar nature, 90% of them support Sharif's claim and position. However, the demolition process in those cases was only started after discussion at the Academia. In other words, premature notice of demolition is indeed a rash act.
That's more than enough. We've proven
И
that
три
the
нотик,
order is
привет.
unreasonable as it currently stands.
Если они докажут, что это неправомерно в данный момент, они же потом все равно выпендрятся тем, что придут попозже. Это просто они откладывают неизбежное. Надо по-другому доказать, как это. Ой, он реально процессировал меня почти. Оценить ганью в каком смысле? Твой аккаунт нет. Пока что у него есть преимущество.
You're right. Stay focus, Nilu.
Even if permission for demolition has yet to be obtained, it is a fact that your performances violated the Academia's policies on numerous occasions. Based on that fact, we can permanently revoke your right to perform in Sumeru.
Under the current system, it is indeed possible to immediately revoke Zubair Theater's performing rights.
That's a thing?
О, как они запаниковали всех.
Rather than protecting Zubair Theater, I surmise that your true intention is to maintain your hold over your audience and their patronage as your source of
Нехер начал ты загнул,
Without them,
конечно.
Zubair Theater is nothing more than an empty building. And without its performances, the theater has nothing else of value.
What you said isn't true at all.
Keep it cool, Nilu.
Right. I need to keep calm, but just a little more. Zubair Theater isn't just a performance venue to us.
Что думают люди, вот это надо?
No.
Нет, а в смысле, почему?
Zubair Theater.
Смысл, что они театра.
The theater carries everyone's feelings and serves as the bond that connects us all. Zubair Theater isn't simply a performance venue to us. It means more than that. It's been our home for a long time. Miss Raykar can't go on adventures anymore, but she has found a stable career and a new life at the theater. Her son, Sorin, has already passed his theater exam, and he'll soon be our newest member. Mr. Kasani found a new way to look at art. He decided to stay at the theater to watch us grow. Mr. Farhad and Mr. Hushang visit even when there isn't a show going on, and they always tell us lots of entertaining stories. Even Inaya wants to stay with us, and she's starting to look forward to a new future. Zubair Theater exists for them, for every single one of us.
Perhaps Zubair Theater has provided you with a multitude of positive emotions and experiences. However, you have misconstrued something, young miss. The interpersonal relationships you speak of were established upon normal theater operations. Sheikh Zubair operates the theater for his livelihood. His employees work for their wages, and the audience comes to enjoy performances. Relationships are merely a byproduct in this exchange of interests. They may be pleasant and captivating, but they can only ever be secondary. When scholars collaborate to solve difficult problems, we freely share our knowledge and resources with one another as if we were all kin. However, this collaboration ends after the results of our work are published. The reason is
Но мы типа
we
собираемся
are
после
scholars,
выступлений
and there
сейчас,
are
вот
new
об этом речь
projects that
пойдет.
await our attention.
He really doesn't think much of relationships. Paimon also thinks he did a lot of prep. He's been...
Sharif's argument is currently the more persuasive of the two for this point of contention. The continuance of the interpersonal relationships Nilu spoke of remains hypothetical before the theater's demolition, whereas the situation that Sharif described has been well documented at the Academia. The Academia has made significant academic contributions, in no small part due to its researchers' efficiency and...
Oh no! What should we do? Things are going in the opposite direction! A setup?
Ловушка от Нила.
Got him?
Good. He said what he said. The next argument could decide this, but... Is this really the best thing to do?
Ты хочешь... Да.
She already agreed to this. She wants to win, no matter what. Me too. Mr. Sharif believes that interpersonal relationships are a byproduct of working towards a goal. Once that goal is achieved or abandoned, those relationships would have no more reason to continue. Then, if someone has failed to live up to his expectations...
If someone has failed to live up to your expectations,
О, она
and
сама
ran away
влезла,
from
прикол.
home, then she shouldn't be your daughter anymore. right?
Inaya.
Sorry, Nilu. As expected, I should be the one to say it. You... If in your eyes, the purpose of my existence is to become your academic successor, then that goal has ended in complete failure. By your logic, that means there is no more reason to sustain our relationship as father and daughter.
Members of the audience who do not belong to either debate party, please speak with caution.
Let her speak. What she does not say, Nilu will.
No matter how many disagreements we've had, the truth is that you are still my father. You're so immersed in your own world, you can't understand why.
Yeah, don't look down on us.
You can watch a dance anywhere, but there's only one Zubair Theater.
I'm almost starting to feel sorry for this guy, what with the idiotic things he said.
Order! Order! Members of the audience, do not interrupt debate proceedings.
I confess that this is the final argument we had prepared. Disown me, and you will win the debate. But before that, Father, I have some final words.
А какая-то
Some
сейчас...
soul searching. Not about whether I should have run away from home, but whether there was any point to my personal rebellion against you. I kept trying to earn your approval, but I only disappointed you over and over. The truth is, I ran away from home as a means to vent my recurring frustrations. That is to say, I was exerting pressure on you. But by doing that, wasn't I just doing the same thing as you? I won't force my expectations upon you anymore. At Zubair Theater, I have found the life I've always wanted. I will move on from my family troubles and strive towards my new goal. But if you dare to harm this place, then I will stand with my friends here and fight against you.
This is not the time to space out, Sharif. The debate is still
Чего
underway.
замолчали? Во-первых, говорит оппонент, и некрасиво перебивать, мужик. Поэтому он молчит и слушает.
You should be asking us that question.
Of course we are.
Miss Inaya is
Мужик, конечно, интересно. Разрушаем театр просто потому, что я так хочу. Когда Академия решит, примет решение реально разобрать театр, он скажет, давайте не будем, потому что там друзья моей дочери. Ну, пиздец, короче, мужик. Переобувочный, короче. Еще и топит за какую-то логику.
Make no mistake. All those who come to Zubair Theater become one of us. We will always be with her.
Such puerile simplicity.
Но...
It is surprisingly a relief.
Он боялся?
Wait, what are you...
Ай, ладно. Ай, похуй.
They left?
Does that mean we've won?
We won?
Nilu, you're amazing!
I relaxed for a moment and I feel a little faint. It looks like he still has a place for her in his heart.
Terrific work, Nilu and Anaya. They likely won't cause any more trouble for us.
Didn't know you could get so fierce. I have a lot of newfound respect for you two.
This really took a lot out of me, though. I don't ever.
Both Miss Nilu and Miss Inaya were so.
Should we throw a second round of celebrations?
Поговорите с Нилу. Концовочка сейчас будет.
Oh, it's you. Yes, I feel a lot better. The more I don't think I could repeat what I did a second time. Yes, and it's all thanks to you. I see. You mean how fate brought me to the theater, right? Then I'll have to tell you about my teacher who Mr. Zubair had mentioned.
Блин, прикольно, мне на самом деле понравился сюжетик. Ну, как, не сам сюжетик, а скорее очень давит на чувства. Этот квест. На мораль какую-то.
There was a beautiful dancer, and from the moment I saw her, I couldn't look away. I thought to myself, the gods must have blessed her with such talent. But later on, she would actually smile down at me and say, just the opposite, in fact. Yeah. She said, dance is an art born from toil. It isn't a gift from the gods. It is a beautiful thing born from our life experiences. Whenever there is joy or something to be celebrated, people will dance. In other words, any place where people can effortlessly begin a dance will for sure be filled with the blessings of everyone's happiness. She wasn't looking for flowers and applause. All she wanted was to see her audience smile. Right. The same as what Mr. Kasani believes. I was completely moved by what she had said, so I started taking dance lessons from her. Before she retired, she told me, for as long as you live, never forget what dance means to... This is why Mr. Zubair and I never intended to listen to the academia. Even though it ended up causing...
А мы увидим когда-нибудь свою наставницу Нилу.
Thankfully, everything worked out in the end.
Хотя бы ее имя. Хотя бы где-нибудь в будущих там версиях, не знаю, в других регионах.
Although I do have a small regret. Yeah. Even though she has already decided to stop fighting with her father, they never managed to have a real conversation with each other. Before he left, Mr. Sharif looked like he had a lot on his mind. He probably has a lot of things he wants to say, but will now perhaps never get a chance to. Yeah, but I still hope that things can change. And you and Paimon are more than welcome to keep attending our shows. Who knows? Next time, you might see Inaya on the stage.
Мы подарок увидим, нет?
Let's be sure to come
Изи.
back often.
А почему
Who
дебаты?
knows, maybe things will have worked out for her.
Сфига ли у нас еще одни дебаты? Я это как-то... Кто мне в друзья хочет добавить, мне интересно. Енотик. Я тебя понял, енотик. Окей, это дай сюда. Так, хотел время. Еще надо было подождать сколько? 2 дня, 22:00. Там точно дебаты, а не выступления? Завтра, послезавтра, 22:00. Это надо будет 2 раза время перематывать. 22:00. Еще мотаем. Пыры-пым. Ой, надо было до 20 ждать. Господи, я зря перемотал так много. Еще день ждем. Этот нож эти дебаты опоздал на один денек, ничего страшного. Надеюсь, они не расстроятся. Вай, и сразу в катсцену. Это выступление все-таки, а не дебаты. Перевод кривой чуть-чуть. Ну да ладно.
Everyone, I'd like to introduce you to our newest member, Hinaya.
Hello, everyone.
She'll be dancing for us from now on. So please, give her your support.
Ой, Нила станет теперь наставницей. Да?
Hinaya's taken her place on the stage! When you stop and think about it, happy endings like this sure aren't easy to come by. Nilu's efforts, everyone's wisdom, Inaya's determination? Huh? What do you mean by that? You do have a point there. The whole demolition thing was going overboard. But he really could have banned Nilu and the others from dancing. If he really wanted to be ruthless, he could have done some real damage, even without winning the debate. Oh well, it's not like we can understand how people like him think. Let's focus on watching the performance.
Может быть, забудем о нем.
Wait, look who the cat dragged in!
Батька пришел тоже посмотреть.
Inaya's father?
Пойдем поздороваемся.
Oh, it's you two. I don't have much to do today, so I just came to look around this place.
Are you looking for Inaya?
No, I am simply here to watch a performance. There is no need to trouble her. Well, I was for a time. My loss at the debate caused quite the loss of face for the academia, so there was a period of unrest. I used this opportunity to suggest that my superiors temporarily suspend me from duty. Otherwise, the rumors would probably persist for even longer.
Suspended from duty?
Нифига себе.
Yes, I am temporarily unemployed. However, I now have an abundance of time, so I can afford to come here and watch a show.
Нет, ну это крутой поступок от батьки. Он уволился, получается, ради дочери. Охренеть.
I admit that I do not understand the magic that this theater possesses, but my curiosity has been piqued. I still cannot forget that young lady's perseverance. Inaya would almost certainly mature in the presence of such a person. There are no parents
Блин,
who
это так
do not worry
офигенно.
about their children. I suppose she managed to hit a weak spot of mine. Never mind. I do not have the right to say that.
You're already here, so you might as well go see her.
No, that is not necessary. I will take my leave
Ну,
after
куда
the
ты
show
торопишься? Ты же
concludes.
безработный.
Do not tell her that I was here.
Мужику стыдно, скорее всего, просто за поступки свои.
Come on. Who knows if you'll get a chance like this again?
Она сейчас сама его убьет.
But
А, это Нила
you
его
said you were
притащила.
going to make peace with your past. Show your father how much you've grown. Don't be nervous. Everyone at Zubair Theater has your back.
А, это пиздец, я сейчас разревусь, наверное.
Hey, let's go somewhere else.
Что за касцена, что за музыка, пиздец.
You sure they'll be okay?
I don't know, but I think we should have faith in them.
Ah, yes, Inaya. I have something for you.
Что
You're
это?
still learning.
Это вышивка?
It's hardly a masterpiece, but it's yours if you'll take it.
Huh?
You don't have to take it. It's fine. Never mind.
Let's have a heart-to-heart. Father.
Like father, like
А,
daughter.
пиздец.
They're both so awkward with their feelings.
Даже отнекиваются одинаково.
Yeah. She probably would have snuck away as well if I didn't drag her back.
Do you think they'll be able to reconcile?
I'm not sure. A complete reconciliation may also not be the best thing for them right now. All those years of arguments and misunderstandings can't be settled overnight. It might be best if they continue to keep some distance for now. But no matter where their hearts and bodies may be, they will always be family. All I wish for them is to be able to one day tap into the warmth of that bond. Oh, by the way, everyone's really thankful to you for helping out with the debate.
Господи. Сердечко аж ёкнуло.
So, we made you a little something. Hope you'll like it.
Ой, я дарю тебе сцену.
Isn't this Zubair Theater?
Чего?
Whoa, this is amazing.
Это типа миниатюрная копия, какая-то фигурка, моделька. Но в чайнике он будет у нас расставлен в полный рост.
Anything this complicated before. Mr. Zubair and Mr. Kasani took charge of the design, while Inaya and I made all the little pieces with the help of others. Miss Reika or Miss Nadia made and assembled the centerpiece. As adventurers, you two will doubtlessly travel to many more lands and see. That's why we hope that your time at Zubair Theater will become a fond memory of your journey. You two are welcome back anytime.
We'll come back and watch you dance whenever we get the chance.
You're welcome. And there's no need to be so polite. Come on, take it. This is the story of you and me.
Конец. У меня же есть что-то похожее в чайнике, по-моему. Истек срок смолы. У меня же в чайнике было что-то похожее на такую сцену. Но это, наверное, была не она же, да? Было бы очень странно. Так, что теперь? В этой ситуации приходит задание подозрение по поводу контрабанды. Вы издеваетесь. Еще один квест вы выполнять, я с ума сойду. Так, давай экспедиции заберу. Чтобы сразу поставить... сразу же поставить следующие экспедиции.
Add Astra.
Так, а на первой вкладке я же... Почему сразу не посмотрел? Ну да, на первой вкладке я уже поменял. Так. Задание репутации, может быть, поделать. Немножко отдохнуть от квестов. Я надеюсь, мне сейчас не придется делать весь второй квест подряд. Достаточно будет его просто начать, чтобы там освободилась локация. Не восприимчивость за гео, урон... Ладно, плевать. Любым отрядом мы убиваем. эти задания возьмем. А сколько дает награда? 40 опыта. 40 опыта здесь, а за монстра дают 100 опыта. Это я сколько получаю? 300 плюс 120, да? Ну, короче, сегодня 8 левел апну. По идее. А это что мне даст? Дендроколы. Лучше компас, конечно же. Дайте 5 яблок. Пошли. Господин Эфенди посоветовал мне объяснить все четко, если кто-нибудь ставится по поводу поручения. Так что к делу, у тебя есть 5 яблок? Очень четко объяснила. Просто без лишних слов. У меня яблок было почти 1000 штук. Мне интересно, тут в саке больше 1000 не складывается? Спасибо, как удобно у господина Эфенди поручение размещать. Все быстро и без лишней болтовни. Так, давай. Задание на монстра. Может быть, взять отряд Снилу. Давай возьму отряд Снилу. Хочу играть за нее. Так, вот эту штуку внизу я выполнил. Вроде бы, да, там светлячки летают, значит, я выполнял. Ой, как мало мы его дамажим. Ну ладно, что уж поделать. Ну, в принципе, норм. Так, дальше по заданию. Так, у нас хаос, это надо подраться 2 раза. Давай подеремся сразу. Где? Ага, вот здесь. Вау, плесенников надо побить. Это мы умеем легко. А можно задамажить его, нет? Да, у нас еще заспаунились. Так, мужик, ты еще тут остался в углу? Теперь на фатуев, на фатуе, где они? Сюда, го. Тут деревяшка хиличурл стоит почему-то без дела, но... подожди, они бегают... От одной деревяшки до другой? И у вас из-за рофла происходит? О, сундук, да, я так и подумал. Слишком странно это было все. Охотник за лесными сокровищами. Это ачивка просто, наверное, сундуки пособирать, да? Или это какая-то уникальная ачивка была? Не. Блять. Я умер, но я жив. Такс, я даже не знаю. Может быть, сначала Крио убить? Я опоздал. Я сейчас хреновый щит пробью. А зачем я за Барбару Ешку прожал? Кто-нибудь мне объяснит? Да, мозги мне сейчас ебать они будут очень жестко. Так, я сделал квест. Там я что-то не увидел никакого уведомления по поводу того, что он выполнен. Надо бы, наверное, как-то бафнуть, может быть, отряд с него попытаться, я не знаю. Он какой-то слабенький, надо что-то подумать над ним. Хотя вариантов-то немного, что я могу вообще поделать, в принципе, с этим. Так, идем на репутацию опять. Крио, электросопротивление берем. Берем. Как вы одновременно разговариваете? Да, за Барбару поделись. Самое важное дело. Кстати говоря, надо похилиться. Нафига я их бью? Я же шел. Я же шел не сюда вообще. Или я за ним шел. Барбара, ты можешь ультануть, нет? Чего ты так долго заряжаешься? Очень тухло дамаг проходит. А вы откуда пришли, алло? Вы еще за челики какие-то рандомные. Я вас не звал.
Germinate! With all my strength. Yeah!
И там еще больше загрел. Ладно, это я уже не хочу с ними разбираться. Или хочу. Че, они зря напали, что ли? Хотя там чел наверху, его надо скидывать. Это геморно, лучше бы я к ним не лез на самом деле. Ладно, все. К тому не пойду. Тот чел не заслуживает, чтобы я старался ради него. А, ты Фенди, кстати. Который у нас был в ежедневке с яблоками. Ой, не в ежедневке, это было задание репутации. Ну пофиг. Первый Дендра... А, первый урон невосприимчив. У меня его и нету. О, может порыбачить? Ай, не буду. Рыбачить долго. Не сегодня, в другой день. И так много планов, много дел существует у нас. О, бегает вандал. Чел, у тебя какие-то рога на спине, ты в курсе? Зачем? Ты же робот.
Ready, steady, go! This dance is for you. Here, propagate. Fly. Dip. Ha. Dip, dip, dip. Dip, ha. Dip.
Вот этого прикольного быстро вынесли. Так. Так. Репутации на сегодня, ну, на эту неделю сделаны. По идее, 8-й левел должен был апнуть сейчас. Если я не просчитался. А так и есть, я апнул 8-й. Набираем рецепт. Давай сразу его выучу. А где он тут? Вот он. Потом. Но крафтить я его не буду, потому что... Дендрокол я еще вручную поищу, тем более, что я большую часть карты даже не исследовал, даже не начинал. Почти что всю пустыню. По квесту идем дальше теперь. Подозрения по поводу контрабанды. Это нам на базар опять надо идти. А, нет, в академию. А почему? Я думал, нам базар надо освободить. Там мужик недовольный стоит.
Wait, you two! Just a moment, please. You're the traveler in Paimon, right? I thought you two looked familiar. It's a pleasure to meet you. Do you have a moment? There's something I'd like to discuss with you.
Мы уже где-то
My name is
виделись.
Nabil. I'm a Matra in the academia. You're friends with Sino, right? Currently, Sino is out investigating a case involving smuggled canned knowledge. It's been days since we've last heard from him.
Oh no. Do you think he's in trouble?
Well, to be completely honest, it's pretty hard to imagine anything that could pose a threat to Sino. But since we haven't heard from him, we're starting to suspect that the case might be more complicated. Word has it that you two are brave, smart, and extremely capable adventurers. Do you think you could lend us a hand and help investigate the smuggling?
Alright, since you asked so nicely, we'll help.
Ты так мило просишь.
Large amounts of canned knowledge from unknown origins have been appearing on the market recently. Sino suspected that there's a secret route being used to move the capsules. According to some research, using large amounts of canned knowledge could lead to some serious consequences. And, unfortunately, most people have yet to realize that. Rumors also have it that some particularly dangerous canned knowledge has made its way into the market. Regardless of whether the rumors are true or not, last we heard from Sino, he was investigating somewhere outside Sumeru City. It seems that he had found some leads at the time, but we haven't heard from him since.
Sounds like we better go look for him. Come on.
Итак, поспешим. Возможно, задание открылось. Уже открылось. Выпьем за нашу победу. Поговорите с Калеем. Мы вообще тут задействуем всех персонажей. И Калею, и Нилу, и что-то у нас тут в Академии. А Нилу... Ой, это Нилу, это самая Калея в Сумеру. А нет.
Like you're awake.
Yep.
I prepared some breakfast today. Please have a taste. I hope you'll like it.
Мужик, это хлеб с горохом или что это? Это фисташки? Фисташковый пирог.
Well, now that I've recovered from Elazar, I'm feeling better than ever. I can even prepare 4 or 5 meals a day now.
And Paimon bets they're all delicious.
Oh, by the way, someone brought a letter for you after you went to sleep last night.
Nope, Paimon wanted to read the letter with you after you woke up, so Paimon didn't open it. Alright, oh, it's from Nilu! We're going to hold a feast at the Grand Bazaar and celebrate Sino's reinstatement as the General Mahamatra.
Что с Нахидой стало-то?
As heroes of Sumeru, please be sure to attend. I'll wait for you. The date of the banquet is written on the back. It's in 2 days.
Oh, I've also heard that
Прикол, если про Нахиду все забыли.
That's amazing.
А может быть так и есть, кстати говоря, ведь у нас про всех архонтов по сути никто не знает. То есть Венти пропавший, Джун Ли типа якобы мертвый, Райден живет в своем мире, и об этом никто не знает. С Нахидой тоже, наверное, какая-то похожая история, скорее всего. Она тоже сделала так, что про нее все забыли.
Sometimes I'm really envious of strong and confident people like you. Oh, you're embarrassing me.
Anyway, let's go to the Grand Bazaar to have a look. Oh,
Я вот только с базара.
Be sure to inform Master Tainari.
Предупредите Игнари. Мы тут со всеми ключевыми персонажами поговорим сейчас, да?
Good morning. How do you feel today?
We feel much better. How about you?
I'm recovering well. Thanks for asking.
But from the looks of it, you seem to be already busy with work again.
It's fine. I'm not that busy, really. The Elazar patients have recovered, as well as Hypatia. For now, I only need to tend to my forest watcher.
It seems once Irminsul started getting better, everything else started to recover too.
Yes, but there are still some residual effects. The withering is one example. Though it won't spread anymore, the existing zones won't just disappear. We forest rangers will still need to do the work.
By the way, we have some good news. Sino got his position back.
This news is hardly new. He had already mentioned it to me before.
Huh? You mean he was already here? What?
He visited once, but he was afraid of disturbing you while you were resting.
Then you probably already know all about the celebration feast.
Celebration feast? No, I haven't heard anything about that.
Huh? But didn't Nilu say in her letter that they would celebrate Sino? He didn't...
Perhaps, or alternatively, he doesn't know about it either.
Come to think of it, Sino doesn't seem like the type who'd enjoy a celebration feast. You and Kale are both Sino's close friends. Why don't you come to the feast with us?
Kale has taken over some of my tasks these days. I don't think she'll have time for it. Not to mention me. You see, some VIPs have come to the forest recently.
VIP.
Huh? VIPs?
Well, technically speaking, they are former VIPs. The sages involved in recent incidents have begun their training in the Avidya forest, and the people they had previously imprisoned have all been released.
Huh?
Yes, he's a little weak, but he isn't injured and his condition is stable. Lesser Lord Kusanali, in her boundless mercy, has decided to spare Azar and the other wrongdoers. Supposedly, they were ashamed of their shallow ideologies and have decided to dedicate the rest of their lives to cultivating wisdom in the Avidya forest. When they learned that Lesser Lord Kusanali had defeated the Balladeer and saved Irminsul,
про неё не
they were
забыли.
shocked at first, but also became happy, feeling that the sacred light guiding them on the path of discovering wisdom had begun to shine once again. As a result, work has increased for the forest rangers.
That sounds really exhausting.
There's nothing we can do, really. But that's another topic. Back to the matter at hand.
Ah, right! We're here to request permission to head out. Would that be okay?
You've recovered well. You may go, but be careful.
Yay! Will do!
Интересно, мы можем реально встретить их там, в этом лесу? А где этот лес? Это же... Наверное, имеется в виду вот это вот место, где мы встретили Хайпасию вначале. Кстати, что с ней по итогу, мне интересно. А еще сюжет-то вроде не окончен весь. Тема с Алым Королем не раскрыта. Наверное. Либо я опять тупую что-то не понял. А что это за место я тут бывал вообще? А, я подумал, что это вода. Наверное, я тут был, да, я тут был, там активирован. Да, я хочу, господи, Калея включить. Там активирован столбик с Дендер стихии, значит, я тут бывал. Наверное. Так, ладно, го на базар по сюжету. Ой, у меня же нету Саю на четверочке.
Well, there won't be any problems if the feast starts at that time. Everything has already been prepared.
Mr. Zubair, I finished telling things up here. Well, except for the guests.
Is a simple reply really that much to ask of our guests? It's affecting our arrangements.
Oh, it'll be fine. Besides, it never hurts to get things ready in advance.
I was thinking the same thing. The feast will be held sooner or later, right?
Hey, Nilu!
Traveler, Paimon!
We got your letters, and here we are!
You're the best! The other guests haven't even replied yet.
Huh? Are we the only ones that have arrived?
Yeah, I had someone deliver letters to all of our guests. But maybe everyone is still busy with
Может,
other
письма не
things.
доходят до них?
Look, I get it. Sumeru is in an extremely important period of transition right now, but even if your friends are important figures, they shouldn't just ignore your request like this. Nilou is Sumeru's #1 celebrity after all.
Конечно, вы абсолютно правы.
You have no idea how happy I am to talk to people with
Мужик
good
красавчик,
taste.
по факту рассказал все.
Enjoying Nilu's dances having good taste,
Не бывает в этом мире дел важнее Нилу.
because Paimon thinks everybody will love her performance.
That's right. We all think she's amazing. Nilou is an absolute favorite among those of us who frequent the Grand Bazaar. For Master Zubair, let's have a vote for the most outstanding audience members next time. I think these two may win.
Nonsense. It is not for us to determine the value. But indeed, we could try giving gifts to people with particularly good taste. I heard there's a device in Fontaine
Ох, у нас
called
есть такая.
Ooh, good idea. I
don't want you giving pictures of me to everyone. I'm satisfied just being able to perform here.
There's always a lot going on at the Grand Bazaar.
Yeah, and that's why I love it here. Traveler and Paimon, could you help confirm if the letters were actually delivered?
До нас дошли, а до Тигнари, возможно, не дошло
For some
письмо.
reason they didn't receive the letters, then please tell everyone that there will
Мне
be a
кажется,
feast
письма
here.
просто не доходят по какой-то причине.
We can also check out how everything in Sumeru is going now.
When I wrote the letters, I heard that Dia was in Port Ormos. As for Sino, we've only heard that he appears at the Academia from time to time. I'm not too sure about Ramon's whereabouts. My guess is that he's with Dia. As for Dunyarzad, I just hope she's feeling better. I sent her a letter, but I was afraid of disturbing her. If you have time, please ask—
Okay, got it. Let's go, Traveler.
Shoots is the best stall in the whole bazaar.
First, get into position like this. Then move like that. Yep, that's it.
Dad, let me learn to dance.
Shoots is the best stall in the whole bazaar.
I'll go to the Adventurers Guild later and ask Ms. Catherine if she knows how to get one of those.
Yes, please do. I'm sure the audience would be thrilled at it could be.
I think it's an amazing idea. Who knows? If we take more pictures,
And Nilou will become even more famous. Ha! It won't be long till people are fighting for front row.
I've heard that this camera is not just something anyone can use as they please. It must be aimed.
Oh, should we get ready then? Perhaps we should wear something a little more appropriate.
No. I think we look absolutely fine. If anything, when we pose for...
You really think so?
О, Майс, ты что танцуешь тут? Так, куда идем? Мы идем в Академию. Как этого чела там звали? Аль-Хайтам? Или что-то такое. Его повидать, потом Портомус за Дехей.
We haven't seen Al-Haytham
Аль-Хайтам, да.
Listen. Hey there. Have Have you seen Alhaitham around?
Yes, it seems Scribe Alhaitham has gone to the House of Dana. You should be able to find him there. But you're already the second group of people I've seen looking for him today. He must...
Oh? Who else was looking for him?
Mr. Cave was just here asking about him. You wouldn't believe how terrible their relationship is. And now, don't tell me everyone's here looking for gossip about the sages.
No way! We're strictly here on business.
Ah, I see. Sorry, I thought maybe everyone's as interested in rumors about the sages as I am.
Угу. Ну, идем туда, значит. А, так, это как там пройти? Через этот зал? Он тут? Не видно. Все еще не видно. Но вроде бы он сидит.
Alhaitham should be around here somewhere, right?
А кто сидит рядом с ним? Какой-то чел очень пафосный.
Oh, he's over there. But it looks like he might not have time for us.
Just put down that worthless book and tell me what happened in the academia.
Это кто?
This is not just some worthless book. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to find a physical book like this in Sumeru?
It doesn't matter. It's probably just another thing that you used your authority to get your hands on anyway. Just put it aside. Listen, I came back today only to hear that the sages have disappeared.
Это кто? Мужик.
Oh, you sound surprised. I thought you would already know the inside story.
Would I be here asking you if I knew? You're the scribe, not me. So just tell me what you know already.
Well, I almost became a sage.
Я теперь без 5 минут мудрец.
Huh?
Oh, don't sound too surprised now. You're the renowned Kave, light of the Kasharawar. Besides, as a master builder...
Кого, Светочка Шахревара? Так, на него дендростихия.
Why do I feel like you don't really mean it?
Huh. What makes you say that? Why would you question my heartfelt sincerity?
Maybe it's because you've never said anything good about me before.
Yeah, well, I share a similar sentiment, and anyone who knows you as well as I do would surely do the same.
Oh, you... See? This is why I hate discussing anything.
Ну, мужик какой-то наглый.
Ridiculous and arrogant attitude always
Неприятный.
gets in the way.
It seems that... Well, then you might as well move out of my house.
Он напоминал что-то про дома, да. Это брат его?
And don't change the subject. You, a sage? What a joke. The academia might as well just close tomorrow.
Я хотел сказать, что они как-то похожи чем-то характером или поведением. Даже внешне чем-то, наверное, похожи чуть-чуть. Если они реально братья, то прикол, прикол.
Forget what's going on with the academia. Haven't you been busy with your construction project? Tell me, when are you going to build yourself a mansion?
Don't get me started. I get angry just thinking about it.
So, what great building did our master architect work on this time?
Like I need to tell you. Keep your nose out of my business.
No, I think we deserve to know. Where were you when Sumeru needed you most?
I was in the desert for a large project, but considering Haravatat's utter ignorance of architectural and aesthetic matters, you probably wouldn't understand. Which is truly unfortunate. I can only pity the man who doesn't understand the first thing about beauty and romance. Hold on, wait a second. What do you mean by when Sumeru
Мне
needs
тоже
well?
интересно, кто в нем
While
нуждался.
you were out fiddling around in the desert, many people came together to save Sumeru from a crisis.
Ha! And you think I'd believe that?
Look, all you really need to know is that Azar and all his accomplices have all been overthrown.
Huh? What nonsense are you talking about?
It's no skin
Мужик,
off
ты
my nose
глупенький.
if you don't believe me. It's not like my Darshan was the one trying to apply for funding from the Grand Sage. Yours, though, on the other hand.
You know what? I'll ask around. I'm sure someone knows what's going on here. You're dead if I find out you're lying to me.
Oh, it's you two. What's the matter?
We're running some errands for Nilu. Have you received her letter?
Letter?
Nilu said she sent out a
Реально
letter
просто
inviting
письма ни до кого не доходят, кроме нас. Почему?
We'll also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra.
If she addressed the letter to all Hatham of the Academia, then the letter should have gone to my office. I've been busy these days, so I haven't had time to check for any new mail at my office. I only now have some free time to attend to personal matters.
Have you always been so
Может быть, он просто не проверил письмо.
Of course not. I'm only busy these days because several sages have been dismissed recently, and the whole Academia with—
Kainari told us they all went to train in the Avidia Forest. Apparently they will spend the rest of their lives there.
That is already the best possible ending for the likes of them. 4 of the 6 great sages were possessed by their desire for power and attempted to create a new god. In order to pull it off, they even imprisoned the other 2 rational sages. To imagine such things could take place in the Academia.
А мудрецов было всего 6.
I don't know where to begin.
Я думал, мудрецы тут просто каждый второй в Академии у вас.
Feels kind of strange to hear them called that after all this time. But then again,
А, 6 школ.
schools sounded pretty impressive too.
Yes, at least that's how they're supposed to sound. It's said that when the Academia was first founded, the Dendro Archon herself established the 6 great schools. Numerous Darshans have sprung up and faded. Only the 6 Darshans, attaching themselves to the 6 great schools, have stood the test of time and obtained permanent seats in the Academia. Now, the 6 Darshans are nearly synonymous with the 6 great schools, and the leaders selected for the schools are the 6 great sages. Among the 6 great sages, there is one central leader, the Grand Sage. Unfortunately, only the sages from Vahumana and Amorta remain now. They were imprisoned for opposing Azar, and were only rescued after Azar's downfall.
So who's managing things in the other 4 schools now? Do they need to find someone new?
Yes. Normally, new sages are selected based on a strict set of criteria.
Oh, didn't you just say something about becoming a sage? If they pick you, then we'd have a huge connection in Sumeru.
Yes, about that. You didn't let me finish my sentence. The person in charge of personnel affairs nominated me to be the Grand Sage in place of Azar and help Lesser Lord Kusanali manage the Academia. But I refused.
Why? Can't you be a little more ambitious?
I'm not even interested in being one of the 6 great sages. Like I said before, I don't like being a leader.
Oh, all right. So are you busy these days trying to find others to take the job?
That's not my job either. I'm only responsible for handling important affairs within the Academia before the new sages take office. And the first thing I'll do is reject Kasharawar's application for funding.
By the way, who was that other person just now?
Это был брат.
Do we look like friends?
Paimon doesn't know. That's why Paimon's asking.
His name is Kaveh, my roommate.
Сосед по комнате.
You could say he's the representative for Ksharawar scholars.
Вы что, в общаге живете?
Which is exactly why he always has so many problems.
So everything that's happened recently must be a huge change for the people of Sumeru.
Such is the work of the Academia Scribe.
Well, anyway, no matter how busy you are, since you are our planner, remember to attend the celebration feast in 2 days.
Alright, I'll see you there.
Нет, а можно мы зайдем в его кабинет и чекнем, есть ли там вообще письмо или нет? Потому что очень странно, что никто не ответил на письма. Мне реально кажется, что они просто не доставляются. Может быть, какой-то план Фатуи опять замыслили, чтобы никто не получил письма и сорвать праздник. Ухаха. Или это реально просто совпадение, что все очень заняты.
This is Port Ormos. Now where could...
О, это кто я думаю? Как ее звали? Дур. Короче, дурнозадая какая-то. Дуньерзада. Кого? Страшное имя, боюсь.
I'm doing well. I can go as far as saying I have never been... I don't know if you've heard, but Elazar has completely disappeared, and all the patients have recovered.
Ты письмо получила, нет?
You kidding?
Приглашение.
Knowing them and the connections they've got, I'm sure they've heard about it. That's right. My lady is feeling better now, so I'm accompanying her for a walk.
Why do you still call me that, Dia? You've already informed my father of your resignation.
Я работаю на тебя теперь. Да.
I guess I'm just used to calling you my lady.
Resignation? You mean you're quitting?
Yeah, I might start losing my edge if I keep being a bodyguard for the Homayanis.
You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and that we appreciate you very much. It wouldn't be a problem if you wish to continue to...
I'm not a woman that's easily persuaded. You should know that by now. When I took this job, I had already decided that I'd quit as soon as you'd recovered. It's time for me to get back out there and chase that horizon.
So what are you gonna do now if you're not gonna be a bodyguard anymore?
I want to take a risky job and put my body to the test again.
Более опасная работа.
But we literally just finished one of the most dangerous jobs ever. Are you getting...
I know. If I hadn't joined in that plan with you, I wouldn't have come up with this idea. I guess I still get fired up by that feeling of going all out in a fight. It made me realize that I'm still a mercenary through and through. Life is short.
Там лут
I'm
висит
happy
на
that I
корабле.
got to be a part of that operation. But the whole thing also made me realize that there are still many problems in Sumeru. And as a desert dweller, I'm still not completely ready to settle down on this side.
Well, I remember a friend had someone bring you a message.
You mean I'll hate them? I didn't expect him to still remember that. I thought he was joking.
We just came from talking with Alhaitham at the Academia.
Did he tell you that he suggested that I come work at the Academia?
What?
I heard that Azar and his cronies fell from power, and Alhaitham told me that now was a good time to find a job in the Academia, but only if I wanted to.
Whoa. Paimon can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
Да, я не могу такое себе представить.
Me neither. But I think Dia would look great dressed up as a scholar.
Ugh, forget about it. I wouldn't last 10 seconds in there. I'll hate them probably just like the way I worked and knew I'm good in a fight. So he suggested I find some work in the academia.
But you know, if you take him up on the offer, because you're super amazing.
The Matra have all the talent they need as long as they have Sino. I prefer to be free to live however I choose. In fact, I chose this job from the very start because I knew it'd be right up my alley.
Even if being a mercenary means facing all kinds of danger.
A lion has to return to the wild sooner or later. If anything, being your bodyguard has been unfamiliar territory for me.
I don't want to see you go, but I'll respect your decision.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Come on, no need for the sad face. It's not like we'll never meet again. Once the whole Dendro Archon thing is settled, everything in Sumeru will take a turn for the better. That makes me happy too. But a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries like me. Before long, we'll be a dying breed. So I'd better get to work while I still can.
Huh? But wait a second. You make it sound like you're leaving now.
Well, no, not yet at least. I promised my lady I'd stick around until next week.
So, have you been in Port Ormos this entire time? We were wondering if you had received a letter from Nilu.
Oh, did Nilu write to us?
She heard that you were seen in Port Ormos, so she sent the letter here.
Huh. It was probably sent to the inn that we're staying at. My lady has been very energetic lately and keeps taking me on hikes, staying out even into the night. By the time we get back, the receptionist is usually off napping on the job.
Они реально все просто очень заняты, поэтому не получили
We tend to leave
письма.
quite early in the morning, so the old man on duty is also usually dozing off.
So what it really sounds like is that the person on duty is always...
I bet the letter's at the reception desk. I'll go check later.
No wonder there wasn't a reply. You never received the letter. Good thing Nilu asked us to come and check on that.
Sorry to make you two come all the way out here.
It must be something important for Nilu to specifically write to us like that.
Yes, she said they were preparing a victory feast in the Grand Bazaar, and will also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra.
Great! I'll be sure to attend.
Count me in too. But is there some sort of dress code or anything for the feast?
Since it's being organized by Nilu, I don't think she'll be too picky about that. If any...
All right, then this is how I'll show up.
The feast will be held in 2 days, so don't...
Sure.
Thank you so much for letting us know. We'll see you there.
Oh, by the way, do you happen to know where Sino and Raman are?
The General Mahamatra always comes and goes without a trace.
Oh.
But last time we met, he mentioned that he had something to do in Aru village. You can... As for Raman, your guess is as good as mine. I only remember he said that he had something to discuss with Sino. Don't mention it. You'd better get going.
All right, on to our next stop.
И все-таки мне кажется, что письма просто тупо не доходят. И они это все списывают на то, что мы просто не успели проверить. И это потом во что-то выльется плохое, не знаю. О, кстати, Исаак. Тын-тын-тын-тын-тын-тын.
It's been a while since we last visited Aru village. Ah, there's Sino.
What brings you here?
We recovered well, and Tanari agreed to let us leave, so now we're out and about again.
It seems Gandharvaville's medical treatment is still as good as ever.
And Tanari is recovering well, too.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, you're the one who brought us to him when we lost consciousness, right?
You're welcome. Tainari has excellent medical skills, and Kale is quite attentive. It was the best place for you.
But why are you just standing here like a dead tree?
I'm meeting some people.
Oh, you mean Candace?
I've already talked with Candace and the village chief. They're still at the usual place. You can go there if you'd like to see them. But you know one of the people I'm meeting as well.
Oh, by King Deshret's blessing, my friend suddenly appears in the desert. Don't tell me you've run into trouble and need us to help now.
Roman! And... huh?
Oh, you know me?
Oh, well, you're pretty famous in the act.
Don't worry, these are our friends. No need to be so guarded.
Так, сейчас я отойду на секунду. Господи.
I see.
Как у вас дела?
I'm doing well. Many good things have happened recently.
Так, секунду.
Same here. Really, I feel that my whole life has started to shine after suddenly finding a new direction.
Oh, tell us everything.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Alright, well, I suppose I should start by saying... I've decided to leave the academia.
What?
It's not that I've given up on being a scholar. Instead, you could say I've found a new identity. I will no longer pursue research like a typical scholar, but I have not completely given up on my relationship to knowledge either.
I can see what you're saying now.
What do you mean?
I plan to leave the academia and return to teach here in the desert.
to become a teacher?
Sataria will return to support education here and teach people from the desert. She can't teach everyone on her own, but there are many of us Eremites all over Sumeru. She came to discuss a collaboration with me and hoped that I could bring her ideas to the Eremites.
Yes, it's my hope that the Eremites can help me select a group of smart people with the best aptitude for teaching. I'll teach them, and after they've finished learning from me, that is the true meaning of education and the spreading of knowledge.
The people of King Deshret suffer from sandstorms, exile, and ignorance. Miss Sataria is more than welcome to come teach here. Her arrival is like a star shining in the desert night. The stars have always guided caravans, thieves, soldiers, and travelers who get lost in the night. They lead those in the dark out of trouble and back to safety.
Oh, please. Where's all of this coming from? I'm starting to feel a little embarrassed.
You deserve these compliments. Mercenaries are accustomed to danger and don't fear death, which is why we recognize extraordinary actions that common people would easily overlook.
Sataria's idea will bring much good to many people.
At first, I feared it was destined to fail. Everyone knows that the Academia doesn't allow scholars to teach in the desert without permission. As you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control, and very few desert dwellers are as lucky as me. But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart, as if there were lightning bolts constantly bombarding my soul. Sataria, you tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the Sataria, why haven't you gone home? Never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
Miss.
These words sparked something in me, and I knew that I had to bring something back to my people after going home. I gathered up the courage to approach the Grand Sage, only to find that he was no longer at the Academia. Lord Sino told me that Azar didn't belong there anymore.
Azar has received much-needed punishment. Though, if you ask me, it may have been too light.
Lord Sino helped me obtain permission to leave the Academia for the desert, and accompanied me here to discuss collaboration with members of the Eremites. My plan was able to go smoothly thanks to him and Rahman.
You're all doing so much for the desert.
Aside from that, I also have some other business to discuss.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has allocated many resources to support and develop the desert. I've done some business for her, and part of it required the assistance of the Eremites. I applied for a few batches of educational materials from the Academia, and sent them to several groups in the desert, as instructed by Lesser Lord Kusanali. I believe the people will make good use of them.
That's exactly what the people here need. Physical books and other related items. If it weren't for Sino and Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'm afraid we'd never be able to get our hands on them.
Apart from this, the Academia is also recruiting scholars that are willing to teach in the desert. I'll let you and Sataria know as soon as I have any more news. We must be persistent about this, and maintain these resources to ensure long-term effectiveness.
This is the first time in hundreds of years we've had a glimmer of hope. I think this may be the turning point for the desert. Remember these words. Here lies our faithful priest, Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration. I hope people with wisdom like that priest will rise again among the desert dwellers. Then we'll once again see the wisdom and glory that once shook the world.
Enough about us. Are you here to discuss some business too?
No, not at all. We're actually here on behalf of Nilu. Nilu wanted to write to everyone, but she wasn't sure where the letters should be sent, so she asked us to come find everyone personally. A celebration feast will be held in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. She hopes that all of you will be able to attend. At the feast, we'll also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra. Although, judging from your appearance, it seems you've already been reinstated.
Celebration? Feast? It's the first I've heard of it.
Tighnari was right. He really didn't know.
This feast is for you, Sino. Sounds to me like you'll have to be there.
It's rare to see that kind of expression from Lord Sino. You must not like feasts very much.
No, not really. But I'll go.
Well, I still have a lot to handle here. Besides, I need to look after Miss Sataria in the desert, so I'll have to pass.
I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. Although, if you'd be so kind, please give a message to Miss Nilou for me. The message is, I'm sorry for how I treated you before, but now I understand the beauty of your dance. It's like a light shining in the sky. You and the art you symbolize are not only beautiful, but also lively and powerful, so much so that it was prohibited. Please keep dancing, and someday, I'll be able to appreciate your art in person.
Okay, we've got all that down. Our job here is complete as well. Oh, Sino, remember, party's in 2 days. Make sure...
Got it.
Кого еще там надо было предупредить? Да никого. Ждем праздника до 19:00. Давай. Это следующий день. Что с Кусанали? Мы с ней поговорим или нет? Подожди, зачем я это открыл? Но там что-то интересное мероприятие. Это тот ивент 16-го, это через 2 дня. Там прикольный ивент, кстати, мне понравился. Да в смысле, 19:00, праздник есть. Мне надо еще день подождать было.
Today's the big day. Let's go to the Grand Bazaar and see how the celebration...
Ну да, через 2 дня же. Вы все на сцене? Все норм? Или это просто локальный праздник на сцене?
Looks like we're the last ones to arrive.
I'm here.
Я думал, это будет выступление.
Ah, there you are.
Well, look who finally decided to show up.
You look like you came here immediately after finishing up some work. I'm very happy to see you here.
But we're not late, are we? It's just that everyone else arrived ahead of time.
I propose that the last one who arrived be put in charge of today's speeches.
Хрена себя.
Nah, there won't be any speeches today.
Oh, really? Well, even better.
Come join us over here. Let's share some great food and drinks, and chat about all sorts of fun things.
Everything looks quite good.
Там блюдо, которое приготовила Калея.
Wow! Paimon can't wait! Traveler, just look at all the delicious food.
Блин, а вдруг это все равно Калея приготовила? Она рассказала, что хочет готовить 5 раз в день. Может быть, она помогала? Хотя нет, она же не здесь. Она же в деревне сидит.
Whoa! It's so delicious! Oh, this grilled meat tastes amazing!
The food was specially prepared for you by everyone in the Grand Bazaar. And we have gifts that were sent by the residents of Sumeru City when they heard we were holding a feast. Everyone that came said that you saved Sumeru and wanted me to thank you all on their behalf.
Ah, feels kinda nice to be seen as a hero. I could get used to this.
Being a bodyguard is also a hero's job. You've always been amazing, Dia.
My lady sure has a way with words. Thanks. I'm glad to hear it.
And I'm happy to meet everyone that participated in the great plan.
Don't mention it.
Come to think of it, we've really done something impressive together. It's unbelievable.
We owe it to our abilities. And luck.
Really? Why do I remember everybody thinking that luck was against us and feeling like we hardly had a chance of succeeding?
That's how I remember it too.
It's luck that brought us together, and it was luck that let us form a team. Then, it took even more luck for us to formulate a plan and implement it successfully. Moreover, judging from the results, everything worked out well.
Yeah, everyone gave it their all when it mattered most. It was almost like a performance. We took the stage and put on our best show. Everyone played their part, and thanks to everyone's efforts, the performance was a great success.
So, would you say we're good actors too?
It's such a blessing that Lesser Lord Kusanali was able to return to power at the Academia.
Yes, even after being abandoned and neglected so many times, she's finally returned. Uh-huh. Lesser Lord Kusanali once used all her power in a great disaster, which resulted in her losing all her wisdom and memories of the past. The Academia...
Да, я придумал, что другая история, потому что никто не знает про Рохазевату.
This should be something everybody should remember. Huh?
Я же все правильно помню.
No, everything you said is correct.
That's good.
Something wrong?
Yeah, what's with that face? You knew all of this already.
Even if those two
Рано,
giants
что ты
of the
удивляешься? Ты же
Academia are
помнишь
here, I still have to say
о том,
it.
что все забыли.
Those sages really have some nerve. 500 years ago, Lesser Lord Kusanali used all her power for the people of Sumeru. And what did they do in return?
А сама Нахида помнит о том, что было? А, нет, не помнит, мы же видели этого уже.
If you bite the hand that feeds you, don't act surprised when it turns into a knuckle sandwich, right, Sino?
Perhaps I shouldn't say this, but their treatment of Lesser Lord Kusanali calls for a more severe punishment.
You could simply tell Lesser Lord Kusanali that you wish to have Azar and his accomplices severely punished.
I respect our deity's decision, and won't interfere in any way. While we're on this topic, why didn't you accept the Academia's invitation to become the Grand Sage?
Are you trying to say that I'm fit to be a sage?
Not at all. But every person handling the selection process has said that you are the most suitable candidate to lead the Academia right now.
Why? Because he dethroned Azar from power?
Could you try to put it another way? This is a good thing, yet you're making it sound like I overthrew Azar for my own personal gain.
But seriously though, I always wondered if you had some personal motives behind it.
I did have my own motive, but it had nothing to do with being a sage. If the rules of our nation were suddenly cast by the wayside, then it wouldn't be long until chaos ensued. I had no intention of letting their dreams disrupt my—
By that, you mean your life working as the Academia's scribe.
Precisely.
Wait, so that's the only reason why you joined us and came up with all those plans?
It's reason enough.
You've certainly got quite the personality.
You flatter me.
All right then. How about you? You've already resumed work as the General Mahamatra, right?
That's right.
Will you be happy with that life?
It's not about being happy. There are merely a lot of things that I must—
Even so, keep your spirits up and try to be happy, okay? And try to smile more every day. Just like I'm doing now.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
Опа, теперь мы со всеми по очереди будем говорить.
Ah, there you are, traveler.
Ну, это ты, DenKa, кто же еще?
How is it?
Я тут был с
Are you
Рему,
enjoying the
между
feast
прочим.
today? If there's anything you're unhappy with, just let me know. I'll be sure to take note of it. That's good. It's the first time I've ever invited so many exceptional people to one place. You see, every guest here is quite extraordinary. It's unbelievable that we've got everyone together here. Make sure you live it up tonight. I'll be happy as long as you're
Обещай мне весь вечер веселиться.
I'm honored to have her think of me this way. If I have a chance in the future, I would really like to invite her to one of my performances. I can't explain why, but I just feel elated right now.
I seldom participate in such lively gatherings, but the atmosphere here is quite good. No, this gathering today has a unique meaning. The Grand Bazaar is lively because the people here feel happiness from the bottom of their hearts. Unlike the farces at the Academia, that happiness is an emotion that'll be forever alien to those bookworms who have driven themselves insane by studying. I seem to have taken both keys when I left the house. Oh.
My lady, the grilled meat over there is delicious. Have you tried it?
Yes, I also tried some fruit just now. Oh, they're very sweet. What an amazing place to relax. No wonder everybody likes to rest at the Grand Bazaar.
You said it. Oh, look who else is here.
Hello. Oh, I'm so happy Nilu invited everybody. Oh, now I have the chance to meet all the heroes.
Hey, less of that polite chit-chat and more eating and drinking. The feast is about having fun, not stuffy formalities.
The atmosphere here is good, and everything is delicious. I don't often come to such places. I have a lot to handle these days. Otherwise, there's always next.
Это финальная катсцена, как я понимаю. Да, нет. Сейчас что-то произойдет.
Hey, you can't just yummy. Of course, just wait here for Paimon.
Потому что не спала прошлой ночью. Ах, сейчас это опять окажется сном или типа того. Нахида. Кто там? Что происходит?
It's me. You may blame me for being a bit too self-indulgent. But the connection between us is amazing. It's like flora and the fence it grows upon. I heard there's an amazing celebration feast today at the Grand Bazaar. I wanted to have a look for myself, lately I've been so busy dealing with all the fallout from recent events, so I really haven't had any free time. Although you've already helped me with a lot, there's still one more thing I hope you can help me with. Please say thank you to everyone for me. Is it not convenient for you to do that for me? But if I just show up all of a sudden, people will become all quiet and stiff, won't they? What if I end up scaring them and ruining this wonderful feast? Let me think about it. Okay. Yes, I have.
Она вселится в мое тело.
You said I should go thank everyone as myself, right? So... I've decided to borrow your body for the time being. Please don't blame me. The flora also climbs up to the fence to get closer to the sky. Everyone! Are you awake now? Paimon was just about to bring you the food. It's me. Huh? That voice.
Это голос. На голос меняет, что ли?
Hold up. What's going on?
I didn't expect to have a conversation with the consciousness of Lesser Lord Kusanali in the Grand Bazaar. Interesting. Is this also a part of the feast?
No, of course not. Are you Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Hello, Nilu.
You know who I am?
Yes, I already know every one of you. Nilu, Alhaitham, Sino, Dia, Paimon, and Dunyarzad.
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
I took the liberty of occupying the traveler's body so that I could thank all of you in person. Thank you so much for rescuing me, even if that meant placing your own safety in peril and taking the risk of becoming enemies with the Academia, the sages, the doctor, the balladeer, and even the entirety of Sumeru. Without you, without any of you, I would have been in a much more difficult situation. Had you not helped me to resolve the crisis, not only I, but Sumeru and even the entirety of Tevat would have suffered great misfortune. People refer to you as the heroes who managed to rescue a god. I'm quite fond of this name. It not only explains your identities, but also bears witness to your relationship with me. Please, allow me to present to you my most sincere gratitude.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, you have done so much for Sumeru, and I didn't even have a chance to do anything.
Dunyarzad, the suffering you endured during your illness is also proof of you being with me and praying for me.
You don't need to be so ceremonious. It's always been my duty to protect you.
This is how the relationship between the Academia and Dendro Archon should be. We just did what was necessary and set things back on the right path.
You're an Archon, but you act so humble. You really don't need to be so polite with us.
I'm honored to have been able to take part in this plan. I hoped you liked the dance I dedicated to you.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
И загрузка пошла. Вы нас телепортировали. Да. Опять проснулся. Почему я постоянно внезапно просыпаюсь?
Nahida left, you ate a lot of food. You've become a glutton. That just means you still have a lot to learn from Master Paimon. All right, since you're awake now, should we go and have a chat with Nahida? She should be in the academia right about now. If you have any questions, now's your...
Ну да, конечно же, финальный разговор с Архонтом, когда квест завершен. А где мы? Что это за дом? Этот домик всегда тут был? Возможно, поэтому это, кажется, не проходил особо часто. Так, с го сюда. А тут есть телепорт прям? Нет. Прямого телепорта туда нету. Она тут стоит прям.
Hello, Traveler and Paimon. What a fantastic night. I'm still immersed in all the happiness and joy, like a candle floating on water. So are we, and that's why we're here to talk with you. Is there anything you want to know? After recent events, the Akasha can no longer function as it used to. I've given it some thought, and have decided to shut it down permanently. But this is definitely not a bad thing. Even from the beginning, I've been planning to shut it down. The Akasha's centralized administration of knowledge has always restrained people's curiosity and curtailed the number of paths available to them. Although people may initially feel a little uncomfortable with the loss of the Akasha, they will soon understand that this life is more suitable for them. And as for the future of Sumeru, I'm preparing to regain control of the academia. The former sages have received their punishment, but the new sages have yet to be selected. I will oversee the process personally. I hope that the new 6 great sages will be more focused on academics. Sumeru needs such leaders more than ever. The other big issue is the people of King Deshret. All the residents of the desert, in fact. They have been I've already taken some measures to address this. It will take some time to rebuild everything, but no matter if it's culture, friendship, or trust, we will rebuild it.
Так, подожди, у нас полный конец сюжетки, по сути. А как же еще части пустыни у нас они откроются? Должны же ведь. Что у нас дальше будет по сюжету проходить тогда? Просто всякие ивенты и все?
You mean, what happened after the doctor put you to sleep? Not exactly. The top-ranked Fatui Harbingers, up to number 3, possess power comparable to that of gods. I was no match for him in that kind of situation. However, in spite of the bad situation, I still managed to make a fair deal with the doctor. I'm sure you remember the entity that changed your fate, the Heavenly Principles.
Нет, не помню.
In fact, the Heavenly Principles has been quiet since the Conria disaster 500 years ago. I used this
А,
point as
этот, или
leverage
это тот
against the
бог, которого
doctor.
мы вначале встретили? Ну, в первой касцене самой. При выборе персонажа.
I told him that the Heavenly Principles may be awakened if I destroy the Gnosis. Although it's just a bluff, he still fell for it. I assumed that the Heavenly Principles wouldn't just stand by and let such extensive damage to its laws take place. And as for what I exchanged for the Gnosis, the exchange served as both punishment for the doctor as well as a boon of new knowledge that I couldn't refuse as the god of wisdom. He's still in a coma. I've hidden him like how one would hide a feather.
Спрятал его где? В шкафу? Я, кстати, думал, он умер, возможно, потому что он упал.
But as someone who had
Очень
become a
жестко.
god, he has retained a number of very useful features. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't do any evil. In addition, there are still some mysteries left in him. Some things may be very clear from my perspective, but he is still yet to understand them himself. His future will be determined by fate.
Следующая локация Фонтейн.
Is that where you're headed next? Fontaine, the nation of justice? As far as I know, that nation operates in a judicial system. Does their Archon personally judge people? No, there's a Chief Justice in Fontaine. Generally speaking, the Hydra Archon, Focalor, won't preside over individuals. However, even then, Focalor will still make herself present at just about every trial. As Archon, she still reserves the right to influence the final verdict. Anyway, let's just say she's got, Are you sure? Isn't there something else you haven't asked about yet? Huh? You mean... About your brother?
Реально, я уже забыл.
While you were resting at Gandharvaville, I took some time to perform an Irminsul search for information on your brother. Yeah! Isn't Irminsul a repository for all the information and memories of Teyvat? So there shouldn't be anything on her or her brother. This is true in your case. Irminsul indeed does
братья
not have
есть?
any information on you.
Ну да, она же про это задала вопрос, значит, она уже узнала все.
There must be something different about your brother. Because, as it turns out, the world has recorded information on him after all. What? There's only one possible explanation.
Офигеть.
He belongs to this world.
Я думаю, мир как-то повлиял на него.
Wasn't this your first trip to Teyvat? According to the records I was able to access, your sibling suddenly appeared in Conria. After the Conria disaster, he began his journey through the 7 nations of Teyvat. But just as his journey was about to reach its conclusion, the Irminsul records on him suddenly become fuzzy. What do you mean, fuzzy? Did something happen to him? All I know for sure is that somebody, for reasons only they can know, is deliberately obfuscating his fate. And whoever it is, if they can do that, who knows what else they're capable of. But Even that wouldn't explain how he somehow comes from this world.
Something else I noticed was that according to these records, the Fatui have not classified your...
What's a descender? Paimon's never heard of it.
Look, I'm sure you must be curious about the information I received from the Fatui in return for my gnosis, right? A very important part of the intel was about this world's descenders. External being, traveler. You are Tevat's 4th descender.
Huh? So the Fatui count 3 other descenders before the traveler, and her brother isn't even one of them?
That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first descender was likely what we now call the Heavenly Principles. As for the other descenders, I still need to verify their existence. It could take me some time.
Охренеть, вот этот поворот впихнули внезапно. Если брат реально кажется не братом, а челом из этого мира изначально. И еще 3 других людей из других миров.
Paimon's head's about to burst from all this crazy new information.
And yet, even knowing all this, I'm sure you must still have a lot of unanswered questions. There are many questions in my heart as well. I will need some time to go through each one of them. And soon, you'll also begin your journey anew and depart from Sumeru. I'm very interested in your future. It's a journey that can't be observed or recorded by this world. If fate is the ultimate knowledge, then your future will be the ultimate fate.
Paimon's sure glad we got to meet you, Nahida.
The pleasure is all mine. I can't thank you enough. Alright, that's enough talk for today. If you ever miss me, just close your eyes.
Things in Sumeru have settled down now. Paimon bets people will be coming up with new and interesting ideas at this time. How about we take a walk around Sumeru City and see if anyone needs our help?
Новые квесты открылись, да? На это намек. Что Нахид расскажет? Те же самые вопросы. Братья появился вопрос. Я думаю, она просто перескажет то же самое.
According to the records, I was after the Conria disaster, but just as his journey was about to reach its...
What do you mean, Fuzzy?
All I know for sure is that some... and whoever it is...
Да, это тоже самый диалог просто.
Something else I noticed was that according to these records, the Fatui have not classified your...
What's a descender?
Look, I'm sure you must be curious about a very important part of the intel was about traveler.
А в чем прикол? Они, значит, не братья, не сестры?
And yet, there are many questions in my heart as well. And soon,
Охренеть!
I'm very... If fate is...
Paimon sure...
The pleasure is all... Alright.
Какая большая, бесполезная и пустая локация. Так, у нас появился на карте босс. Нет? Я не понимаю. Я все жду, когда появится скоромучий в виде босса. А его все нет и не будет, походу. Я могу зайти в эти же двери, в которые заходил во время сюжета? Я думаю, навряд ли. Ладно, эти двери все закрыты. Что тогда? Что тогда мы можем поделать? Так, ладно, давай. А чё репутацию? А, это по-любому за квест. У нас открылся ивент. Открылся ивент. У нас на ивент сколько дней? 13 дней, это много. Ивент уже на завтра отложу, скорее всего. Ну, как, скорее всего, точно на завтра отложу, потому что слишком много сегодня было дел. Ну, как дел. Квесты пройти. Надо было, и это меня вымотало немножко. Ну как, немножко, очень достаточно сильно вымотало. Особенно, когда надо было выполнить сторонний квест. Задание легенд Нилу, которое я не хотел выполнять, но меня как будто бы заставили. И вот это вот прохождение через силу, оно неприятное ощущение дает в итоге. Чего ты тут там светишь задание? Задание легенд. Что? А, у нас задание на Нахиду появилось. Блин, как много заданий. А там же ведь еще зданий мира очень куча. Наверняка.
This realm.
Так, денег ни на что нету. Давай куплю семки. Так, окей. Деньги собрали. Можно на крафт поставить что-нибудь, наверное.
This realm is truly beginning to thrive. I cannot help but be stirred.
Да. А что я поставлю на декор? Что-то, что я еще не крафтил, может быть, вот это? Проверю, как оно вообще работают, эти штуки. Ну, давай просто все подряд, что у нас не было скрафчено. В принципе, да. О, вот эти штуки я бы скрафтил.
If you ever...
Так, в чайнике все дела сделали. Разлом, кстати говоря, у меня исследован на 99%. По нему надо будет походить еще. Там что-то из последней сундучки найти. А так, в принципе... Пока все. Я думал, босс откроется. Хотя, может быть, босс откроется после задания с Нахидой.
First get into position like this, then move like
То есть
this.
надо будет еще поиграть
That's
по
it.
сюжету. Ну ладно. Смолу я попозже солью, потом ближе к вечеру уже. Потому что я сейчас очень устал. А, я какой-то квест затриггерил.
Hello, traveler. Have you ever heard
Петруш,
of a
ты
moment
не
of
вовремя.
dreams?
Тебе что-нибудь известно о мгновении сновидений?
Oh,
Это ивент, может быть, я начал?
I'm afraid not. Its dreams have become quite the hot topic in Sumeru, and many people are excited to share the dreams they've seen at night.
Нет, это мировой квест, скорее всего.
The same goes
Им
for
начали
me.
сны сниться.
The last time I dreamed was when I was but a little child, so I can't help but feel excited and nostalgic about dreaming again.
Oh, right. Everyone's able to dream again now.
А может, это раздание снохиды началось?
We organized an event to give everyone with new dreams a platform to freely share their experiences. And thus our event, A Moment of Dreams, was born.
So,
You could say that. We hear all sorts of wild and fabulous stories every day. Really, why not have a listen for yourselves?
yeah, but to us, dreaming is as normal as breathing. Wait, but if there are free drinks and snacks involved, then Paimon might consider it.
Oh, really? So you mean you've already seen...
Да, расскажите нам о своих снах, теперь сейчас будет просить. Мы могли бы, кстати, здесь построить тупо карьеру в Сумеру на рассказчиков снов.
No. We need experienced participants like you to share your experiences with dreaming. Please allow me to address you two as
Экспертами по снам.
experts.
Oh.
Now you seem interested. Please, follow me to the meeting place. It won't rest assured. You'll find all
Что за
the
табличка
drinks and
прикольная.
snacks you'd like there.
Wow. How accommodating. Sign us up. But wait, Paimon's getting ahead of herself again. Why aren't you saying anything?
Похоже, у меня нет выбора.
All right, hurry up and take us to be dream experts.
Very good. Follow me then.
Да, идем за тобой, но за тобой мы не пойдем. Непрекращающееся тепло, это... Да, я сразу проверю... Где этот квест? Непрекращающееся тепло. Вот оно, это про Нахиду квест, да? Ну, по-любому. Я скипнул диалог Паймон чуть-чуть, ну ладно.
Well, I suppose it must be accumulating knowledge and sharing your experiences.
Отправиться следом за кем?
It's all about the title. From now on, Paimon will be known as Paimon, the dream expert.
Okay.
Паймон страдает херней. А что я вообще хотел? Я телепортировался... А, не для чего, я просто хотел заканчивать. Так что да. Стрим офф, и стрим на самом деле уныленький вышел, потому что... по сути, все время простримил просто тупо сюжетные диалоги, под которые особо сказать нечего было. Да, меня они измотали, поэтому... На сегодня заканчиваю со стримами. До свидания.